This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Are you watching porn alone? No, they're with the boys. Throw gang. We were joined by the princesses of pornography, the sultanas of smut, the empresses of erotica, the grand madames of masturbation, 18 going on 30 because they stay XXX. Posting on the grid, yeah, that's a hard launch. Holding on main, they tweet the skeet. They're not the step sis, they're the sis that stepped up. Hey, yo, they J, yo, get their potted play, yo, from hand jobs to A, no, they cover every base, yo. Co-host of the podcast, Girls on Porn, Rachel Napoleon, and Laura Ramaday. Girls, how the hell are you?
Oh my God, we're
Amazing
so good.
now.
Yeah, I feel so amped up and ready to go.
Same.
Good
That was a
Lord.
great
Wow.
Andre Nicotina impression.
Thank
Wow,
you.
kudos
I
to
loved
you.
it.
I do a lot of research on, a lot of R&D on the pornography, thesource.com
He was
slash
doing the
smut.
homework.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Good for
Came
you.
prepared.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for, thanks for having us on.
Of course.
So excited to do this. We've talked about it for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Little
yeah.
pod up. So
I think the throw gang is fully torqued for two sexperts to come on before the horniest summer on record since the last horniest summer
I
on
mean,
record.
Is the Throat Gang your fan base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
What are your
I
guys
thought you
called?
said Throat Gang, which could be
Throat?
our fan
That's
base.
your fan base. That's your fan
That's
base.
our
Just jumping right
throat
in.
gang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throat gang.
We don't
Throat
have.
collab.
We don't call them anything.
I know.
Which
The
is a
pornettes?
miss.
Yeah,
We're
we
slipping.
should. Yeah.
Is it mainly
Pornettes,
women?
the
Is it-
girlies.
It's actually
it's all over the place.
It's all over the place. It's like a good split, 50-50. If we're
Yeah,
thinking of
it's-
gender and just binary
So
terms.
better than
Yeah.
like
You know.
hypothetically speaking, 92% male. Just off the
Exactly.
dome.
Exactly.
Where do you get that number?
Slightly, yeah.
But I actually feel like most of our Instagram audience skews more men.
Oh, I wonder
You think
why.
Instagram is more? I can imagine why.
Shocker.
Weird.
Well, ladies, again,
Yeah.
so happy to have you. Like you said, Rachel, long time coming.
Yeah.
The first thing you want to do
Yeah.
is a little fit check before we get into the literal meat and potatoes. So I don't know which one of you wants to go first. If we want to
Okay.
go item for item, but the choice for both of you as you walk us through the totality of your outfits today
Okay,
is
okay.
do you want to start top down or bottom up?
And there,
That's the question that has a correct answer
Right.
and a wrong one.
right. There's only one correct answer, right?
Yes.
This
And
is
it-
binary. In fact.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is, and it is bottom up, right?
Yes.
That's the way you're supposed to do
I was
it.
yeah.
gonna go
That's
as
the way we
well.
Bottom
like
up.
to fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Okay, well, sadly, they are off, but I was wearing Danskos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Danskos on the bottom. So I'm constantly worried about the structural integrity of my bones.
Is that because you come from the restaurant world?
Yes.
Hospitality?
Yes, I have to go to work after this. But I'll be wearing my Danskos out on the street, like on a regular day.
Does it bother you when people do hospitality stolen valor and wear dance goes like just as a civilian?
No, I respect them for it.
Oh, okay.
People are out here making them look cute, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have two
Nurses,
pairs.
EMTs,
Yeah.
first responders.
Yeah. Fuck those losers.
All the best people.
Yeah.
I have two pairs of Danskos. The ones I wore today are my fancy ones, which
Oh.
just means that they're not
Fancy
broken.
Fancy
Danskos.
dance goes.
They're just not broken in as much
Okay.
as the other ones. So I was wearing my Danskos. I am wearing some Vans no-show socks
Okay.
with them. And then I'm wearing some Reformation pants from the Essence sale, actually.
Oh, shout out Essence.
You know, you love to
You
see
ordered
it.
them 9 months ago.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I am wearing a top from Mystique Boutique.
What is that?
Do you guys know that store?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
I shop
it's
there all
on-
the time.
No, it's on. Okay, well, it's on Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
It's
the
a-
pizza's
it's-
place in Connecticut that Julia Roberts worked at?
It's owned by an X-Man. Mystique
It's
Boutique.
Mystique Boutique. It's on Broadway. It's basically like.
we
It's
go, elevator
slutty. I
pitch.
know it's
Slutty.
slutty. It's slutty clothes. It's like the store that you walk by that's always like everything's on sale.
Oh.
Everything's like
always
70
60 to 70% off.
I love
It's
a
like the
slut on
Miss
sale.
Moves
Yeah, this is
equivalent
like-
of clothing.
This is a ripoff of like an Aritzia top that is like
Got it.
supposed to be
Yeah.
like $75,
Dupes
but I
on
got it for
dupes.
like $10.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
like
I mean?
a firm step below Forever 21.
Oh,
but
yes.
that makes it.
It's
camp.
below strawberry.
Is it like
Yeah.
You know?
slutty mannequins in the windows?
Yes.
Yes,
Everything's
often not
neon.
dressed
I'm
for
familiar
some
with this
reason.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
The
it.
Americans have BBLs and big fake tits. I love that. That's they know their
AK-47 nipples.
fucking demo, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a store for content creators. You know.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Okay, sure, totally.
And I love it. It's those stores are like that. That's what like makes Soho in my mind. You know,
That's what it is?
Yep. I think it's a little bit of sprinkling of that. I feel like I am very much like a good hybrid of like highbrow, lowbrow.
Putting the hoe in
and
Soho.
I can attest to that. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, and I think that that's why I like Mystique Boutique so much because
That's your
it's-
sweet spot.
Yeah, you know. And then what else? I've got some fake gold jewelry and some
Nice.
real gold jewelry.
Right.
I always have to have the hoops on, you know.
Of course.
Gotta represent
Respect
where
the
I'm
hoops.
from.
That's your Latino heritage.
No, my Italian.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Rachel from the block, dude.
Italian.
Yeah.
You didn't hear?
Don't try to
Yeah.
make her appropriate a culture she's not a
I
part
am
of.
proudly an Italian citizen.
Yeah. Well, you know,
You're Italian X.
you're,
yeah.
you're an Italian.
Exactly.
You're an Italian citizen.
Yes.
You have dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mamma mia.
Esattamente.
Spicy meatball.
Esatto.
Damn.
Yeah,
Bra,
that's the-
panties, anything.
Wow. Okay. Horny. I'm not wearing a
Yeah,
bra.
we ask every guest. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dog,
Okay,
we
Don't try to
sorry,
make me a
sorry.
sexist way. I just have to make you a
92%
racist.
They're like,
listening
oh,
male
yeah.
audience.
The girls on porn are here. Let's talk about their bras and panties. I am not wearing a bra.
Salute.
Because my tits are perfect, and I know that because
Thank
I
you
paid
for your
them.
service.
And I'm wearing panties from The Gap.
Oh, pop your choice.
Super popular choice with the ladies that
Yeah.
come on the show.
Listen, they're 100% cotton. They're breathable. You know, they're a staple.
Let
they
the
have a really
coochie
nice,
breathe, ladies.
They have a really nice high cut. I'm into like Brazilian cut, like 1990s style
Love it.
undies.
Let the pum pum breathe.
Esatto.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you
That's everything.
complete?
All right,
That's
well,
the
Since
fit.
Rachel did bottom up, I'm gonna go top down. I'm gonna
You're a cop.
69, Rachel.
Oh well,
Well,
if you 69.
actually,
See what I did
when you,
there?
when you do it that way, I'm
Hello,
kinda
Mrs.
into it.
Hello,
Get
Mrs.
on
Officer.
board. Get on board.
All right, top down. Let's do it.
We're not going to talk about cops anymore for the rest of this episode. We'll start with the Warbies, basic,
Okay.
but I do love like a sort of nerdish, boyish rim,
Yeah,
like a
Dahmer,
1970s.
pedophile.
They're Dahmer.
Yeah.
Thank you to give them the visual.
Shout out
yes.
Warby.
I feel like, but I'm a girl wearing it, so like we feel comfy with like the pedophile vibe, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a different thing.
Because girls can't be pedophiles.
You're a teacher
Can't
who
be
lost her
pedophiles.
job
Yes.
unceremoniously. I
Yes,
might add.
quite
Yeah.
abruptly. in fact. I didn't see it coming. I'm wearing a Free People jumpsuit. I can't really get behind Free People. I feel like they're just part of the monster that is anthropology,
Yeah.
Urban Outfitters. It's like some basic white bitch stuff. But
Yeah.
I like this jumpsuit.
We love a
You
good
know,
jumpsuit.
I'm
on
not
the show.
political enough about my purchasing that I'm gonna like avoid a jumpsuit I see on Instagram that's
When you
perfect for me.
pee or poo, because girls do poo.
I
you have
do
to like
both
take
of
the
those
whole thing.
things.
You have to take
Hell
the whole
yeah.
thing off. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly
Fully
don't mind
nude.
that though. I feel like there's a lot of hype about what a pain in the ass that is, but like taking off this jumpsuit is not that
There's
much.
one button. It's actually
of a big
simpler than taking off
deal,
a
you
just
know?
regular pair of pants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A button fly on some Levi's
Snap when it's
501s.
off. Yeah, I can like strip faster in this than I can in most jeans.
Prove it.
Here we go.
We are on video, guys.
I'm also wearing a pair of little dime weed baggy earrings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are those little
swag.
little mini bags of weed.
Are they functional?
There's not actually weed in there.
But can it open and close?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a real bag.
Wow.
And they are real earrings that I am wearing.
Normally, when you see a
functionally.
baggie that size, it ain't weed, guys.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Exactly. I
And
mean,
what
It's
is
some better,
this?
it's some better shit.
Yeah. But aesthetically, it's working for me than like a wider bag.
Totally.
I'm on board. It's a Etsy seller, Not Your Mom's Dollhouse. That's what she goes by.
That's
Nice.
cute.
Shout
She
out.
makes like mini booze, mini weed, and mini like porno mags.
Okay.
Big fan. And then I'm also wearing. Oh, you maybe take them off.
Yes. Your boots.
I had some really. The boots were the highlight of the outfit. To be fair,
They're in the picture.
They're a little brand. There you go. They'll be in the picture.
The people can't see your feet. We're not giving away the feet for free. So you
Oh,
could be wearing them
please,
right
you
now.
I
have to pay for
appreciate
that.
that. You do have to pay for the feet. I mean, you guys are getting it for free. That's why they're tucked
Hold on,
in.
let me peep these whirls.
That's why get
Those
out of
are
there.
worth
Get
every
out
penny,
of there.
guys. Take it from me.
Larry Bigfoot guy.
You need to get a fresh petty. I was wearing Charlotte Stone boots. They're like a sort of red clay clog boot with like a wood.
They're a statement
platform.
boot for sure. I clocked those coming a mile
They're a
away.
hot
Very
boot.
fire.
Again,
I
Bigfoot guy.
coveted them for many moons. I was like looking at them on the internet and they were too expensive. And I was like, you mustn't. And then they went on sale.
Finally acquired.
And
Game
I
over.
got them. And they now have a little store in Highland Park. And I went and I met Charlotte Stone herself.
Oh, what was that? Like, was it a Never Meet Your Heroes thing?
It was a Never Meet Your Heroes thing.
Oh, no.
Because I
She was
just
a
like
bitch.
popped in and they were doing a little like pop up, like, come buy this fragrance and this clothes. And it's hosted by Charlotte. So I was like, hey, I have your boots. And she was like, which ones? And I was like, described them. And then she looked to a man near her and was kind of like, and he was like, those will be the Daphnes. Or like he knew what boot it was.
It was
and
her
she
handler or
didn't.
something.
And I was like, your whole thing is the boots. Like,
Yeah.
how do you not know what the boots
You
are?
fucking bitch.
So thank
Oh, the
you
ones
to
that no one bought that went on sale. Yeah.
Yeah. They're a little older, right?
Yeah.
From a few years ago.
Yeah, I would have loved instead
few
if she had
seasons
like
ago.
known my name and been like, "You're the one." The one.
Yes.
Those
You're
were
Laura.
gathering dust for years
Yeah.
until you came
Finally
along.
here.
I handpacked them
I
myself.
handpacked them. I
I was
wanted
waiting for
her.
that sucker to be born any minute now.
I wanted her to know me. But yeah, and then I'm wearing some like sentimental jewelry. This is Verameet. This is like a little boutique in Joshua Tree. This is
She travels.
somewhere in Australia.
You're West Coast shorty. We should establish this.
I'm
This
a
is
West Coast
you guys
shorty.
are a bi-coastal podcast.
We
We're a
are.
bi-coastal pod. We were once. We used to live together.
We did.
mere blocks away here in
Yeah.
Greenpoint, and
You absconded.
that move, I did. I bailed.
bitch.
I'm a traitor.
Is the podcast really just a way for you guys to remain friends? Like without the podcast, you're nothing.
Oh my God.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience, dog.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Me neither, but
Now it's dark.
Yeah.
Now it's heavy. No,
Anyway.
we'd absolutely
Broad
be
panties.
friends
No, we
without the
would.
podcast.
Of course,
Because
of
who
course.
would I talk to porn about even
Exactly.
if there wasn't
Right.
a microphone in front of my face?
Right.
yeah.
But the apartment is what brought the podcast together.
It is. It burst the pod.
Yeah, because we
Respect to the
talked about
apartment.
porn a bunch. And when I was
Yeah.
moving in with her, I was like, if these walls could talk, and that
Wait a second.
They get banned on Instagram.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They'd get banned on Instagram.
Exactly.
Laura, bra and panties.
Bra is
If any.
lively. I almost forgot. Panties, I genuinely don't know. I was thinking about this the whole time Rachel was talking. I was like, what are the panties?
Just a pair of Lucy's out the drawer.
Yeah.
They're just
Wrap a
whatever.
suitcase in your
Lucy's.
case.
They're not even like grannies. Like I wish it was like.
Got him out of Rachel's tile.
Hey, do you have any?
Rachel, do you have any?
You have any clean ones?
A little bit saggy.
Do you have any panties?
preferably.
The boys are gonna be asking about the panties.
You need panties? Yeah, I don't know. They're black. They're stretchy and have
Yeah.
a little lace lining.
Okay.
A little high waist. I like a
Way to
high
paint a
waist.
picture.
Yeah, audience can
But,
just close their eyes and picture them.
And then
I
you're
heard
there.
your demo. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
thinking of your demo the whole episode.
Same, honestly. Lean in, you know.
And you guys are sipping on some of
Water?
Greenpoint's finest.
Water.
Rachel, you have the dregs of an iced coffee over there.
I do.
No plastic straw. Thank you for your service. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we like to call the only podcast that matters.
Great.
Can you guys?
Sorry.
Okay, so you're the co-host of a podcast called Girls on Porn. Can you just explain the genius concept behind this podcast
Should I do it?
Yeah, you go. You're
We-
better at this.
for those that
than
don't
me.
know?
Okay.
Yeah.
We review porn.
Wow,
As
put in the box,
enthusiasts.
put in the box in letterbox.
Blammo.
I mean, when we pitched it to a network, they were like, "Two girls talking about porn." Yeah.
It was
Sign
easy sell.
I'm leaving my wife.
No, their marriage is flourishing.
So you look at individual videos, individual
each
performers.
episode is a search term.
Mhm.
So we like throw you some research. We talk about why it might be hot. We talk
Yeah.
about whether we've done the
Right.
kink or like
Whether
we
we
have
The
any
personally
clip
personal
today
experience
was
with
about
it.
cream pies. if I'm
Exactly.
correct.
Yes, yeah. So we
So about
talked
baking
about
or something, right? I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, for
Mhm.
example,
Banana,
like cream
chocolate.
pie, I'm sure all of your listeners know.
Big fans.
Well, also scary.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about that too.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, accidental
They can
cream
smell
pie.
Yeah.
cream pie like a cartoon wolf with a windowsill, dude.
But yeah, so all of your listeners must know this is when someone comes inside of someone, we see it come out, right?
Yeah. The
Is that
sipping
the
is
is that the
important.
distinguishing factor of breeding versus cum pie?
Yeah. I
Breeding
mean, like,
tends to live also a little bit more in the gay space.
Yeah, breeding is-
actually.
yeah.
Breeding was like a term that was co-opted
Okay,
and then
It's-
sort of found its way to the
it was like
to gay porn.
an offshoot sect. Oh wait, sorry.
or
It
even
started
like an
in the gay world.
insult,
Oh,
like
really?
Yeah,
the
breeding.
gay culture was like breeders, like is
Yeah.
what they call
guys
what we
who
call
get other guys
straight
pregnant.
people.
Guys who
just like
butt
coming
babies?
inside, coming
Okay.
inside someone
Okay.
is
Got it.
breeding, a breeding kink.
Yeah.
You know.
But
So
also
guys
like
can't have babies. Am I wrong?
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, that's
Where-
a whole
what's going
other
on?
episode.
how do you define? Yeah.
True.
Watch what you say, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
woke mob.
They sure can. But
So
it's
you-
also
so you
an
pick-
insult to like straight people. Like
Yeah,
you're a breeder. It's
Oh,
like,
right.
It's like
right.
almost a slur, like
Yeah.
to call like a
Totally.
straight person. Yeah,
Yeah.
Why? Because you like fuck.
just a name.
Because
You're
you
a
can
just
marry
a word.
normie, narc.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a word
Upstanding member
that
of
they
society.
aren't. It's
Right.
like you're a
Yeah.
fucking breeder. I'm
Fucking
not a
breeder.
breeder.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like go ahead, breeder.
heteronormative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Coming in pussies and shit.
Yeah.
Loser.
So, of all the search terms, categories, kinks that you guys have reviewed, what
Yes.
has been, in your each of your opinions, like the most fun or interesting
Mm.
category that you've like really had to dive into?
Aliens was a fucking blast.
Oh, that was a good
Whoa.
one. Aliens.
Weirdest creature I've ever seen. Some of the best prop work and production
so like not like
value.
hentai alien
No,
shit. 'cause
like,
that's
No,
big
this
real.
thing.
wasn't quite tentacle porn, which we've also talked about.
Yeah.
This was like literally a guy in an incredible costume with the most epic
Shout out
weird
Lucasfilms,
alien dick
like
you've
the
ever
VFX
seen.
was crazy.
Yeah, it was
Like,
nuts.
and it simultaneously looked like found footage from like the 80s.
It was
but
like a
with
vintage.
such great prosthetic work that it was
Yeah.
like baffling.
Was
Right.
it Tom DeLonge?
Wait, he's the
He's the
conspiracy
Blink-182.
theorist? Yeah,
He was right
into
though.
it.
He was right.
Yeah,
was
the
into
aliens
it.
do
Yeah.
exist, and
I mean,
Tom
it's
DeLonge was
true.
right.
They do
Vindicated.
exist. We've seen them fuck on camera.
Yeah.
But so, and if somebody's into this, like in their personal life, they have
Yeah.
to put in like the production work and like create the prosthetics and everything.
You could, or you could just get like an alien. I mean,
dabble.
you could just get like an alien dildo. Like
Got
they
it.
make dildos
Yeah.
of like
Sure.
everything and anything.
At a moon
these
rock.
days.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a dildo of the Eiffel Tower. You can get the dildo of a dragon tongue. You can get the
Yeah.
dildo. Everything.
Which we did talk
Truly,
about.
anything and everything can be a dildo.
Podcast
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah.
You heard me say
Podcast
it.
might could be a dildo. Is that your case?
My fetish is podcasting. I
He's
am
used one of
rock hard right now.
We're actually playing a Russian roulette where Lawrence has used one of these mics as a dildo before.
Ooh, wow.
But which one? We don't know.
Yeah, the same immediate instinct of like I can suss it out.
Smells
I can
like a
give me
breeder.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
exactly.
It smells like
Smells
raw
like a
denim.
breeder.
It's the one.
Okay, so we got Alien and
Alien.
then what else?
Wow. I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot in the Bukkake episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Please,
I
pray tell.
well, I mean, just in terms of like how it was birthed, like where did
What it
Bukkake
origin
come
means,
from?
story.
the
Yeah,
origin, the
story.
etymology.
Talk about a villain origin
I mean,
story.
okay, so
What's the origin story?
Bukkake means it comes from like bukkakaru, which means to splash in Japanese. And so when you
So
think about
culinary
like, the acting,
roots,
yeah,
you
yeah,
see.
yeah, which is why you see like bukkake udon or whatever. It's like in
Ooh.
food.
Okay.
No, it's
You don't see it
true.
as much here.
That'll ruin date night.
over there, but over there. But bukkake actually started because in Japan there's like kind of like there's pretty strict obscenity laws, and in porn that's why you see a lot of like genitalia like censored out
Blurred
and things
out,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. But one of the ways to like get around that was to have people like come on faces,
Okay.
so you could see the cum on someone's face.
What a loophole.
Exactly. And that's where bukkake came from. And then someone in America, I can't remember his name right now, but he saw it and he was like, this is genius.
Such an
I
innovative
see-
people. Shout
I
out to
see.
James's mom.
I
And
see
he was-
dollar signs.
He's responsible for the bukkake boom.
Yeah. In like the 90s and
The
early 2000s.
Bukkake
like,
Baron.
yeah.
He was like, I'm
Yes.
going to carpet bag the
Yes.
shit out of your culture and I'm going to make
Millions.
millions.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
currently the most popular like
Like
category
right
or
this
sh-
second?
Yeah. What do you think?
I
it
mean,
is?
We
It
guess.
is big right now. It's
I mean,
constantly,
lesbian is
it's
always up
constantly
there.
evolving. Lesbian's always high. Anal's always pretty high.
Stepmom
Yeah.
feels really cracking.
The step
sis.
stuff
Yeah,
is
step-
never. The step stuff
falling
isn't
off a
going
little bit,
anywhere.
yeah.
In like
It's here to stay.
it's
people.
kind of
Yeah.
always
It
holding
is.
like top 5, but it's not really like peaking or slipping
it.
too much.
Yeah.
It was probably bigger a few years ago.
Damn.
It was a
Consistency
little
is
bit
king,
more
though.
taboo.
Races are kind of always up there too.
Oh, like racist?
Well, like just different type.
Well, they're
different,
not searching races 'cause
Yeah,
they don't think
yeah,
that they
yeah.
are.
They're not aware that they're
Got it, totally,
yes.
A
But, you
friend of
know.
mine recently, he was doing IVF with his
Oh,
partner, and
yes.
he went into
Which
a room.
is, to be clear, not a porn thing. but-
No.
well, he went to make a deposit, and
sure at the bank.
then there's a keyboard and a TV screen, and you just go to like I think it's already on like Pornhub, but I asked was the porn
interesting.
search history up, and it was. So he got to see what the people that were in there before him cranking nut out were watching it, and it was a lot of interracial black white.
Yes.
Interesting that they didn't clear their
I know, right?
history.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That would be my first thought before
It's
I
a
would even.
communal
And I
experience,
like
you know?
every like my laptop is littered with porn.
I mean,
like it is.
I
It
know.
is.
I always-
falling
It's a work
apart.
expense.
Like
I fear the day that I have
We
to go to
could
the
crack
Genius
that
Bar.
shit like a
Yeah.
sock, dude.
You
It
know,
Oh, I
is.
love to go to the Genius Bar and be like,
Yep.
let me explain to you.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
like not. Just be like, yeah, that's just porn. Just like
it's-
leave the
it's all
tabs
squirt,
open.
So
Yeah.
we just need to figure
How
it
come when I
out.
open my laptop, it sounds like a blender? Well, it's the 85 tabs of
Exactly.
Why is it wet, man?
Alien porn.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's fascinating.
What about personal favorites? Just like forget work. Let's put work aside for a second. Like, what are your
God,
personal
I know.
favorite categories of pornography?
Oh, that's hard. I mean, I kind of circle back to the same performers. That's usually what I do.
Really?
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, I circle back to the same performers that I like. I
Let's
have
shout 'em
my
out.
favorites. Lucas Frost.
The Frostman, the Iceman
knows.
cometh.
Yeah,
He knows.
the Iceman busted.
I'm a really big fan of his. I also love Ramon Nomar. He's one of my favorites.
Ooh.
He's
A
like
legend.
a really big,
Sounds
yeah, he's
Sexy.
huge.
What
Yeah.
about these
He's got a
guys?
huge dick.
What
He
about
does.
these guys
He's a
make
huge dick.
them? Fire?
Lucas Frost, because he is someone that looks like I would see on the streets of Brooklyn. Do you know what I mean?
He's got a
Like
mu- he's got a mullet?
No, he's just like a hot guy.
You're like, I
you
could
know?
fuck this
yeah,
guy.
like I was like, he's approachable. You know,
He
looks
also has
like
a little like Italian gold.
yeah, he wears like a gold
Mm.
chain.
Oh, I
He's
see.
like
There's a
leaner.
little.
you
This is a
know.
fashion pod, so that's
Yeah.
important to know.
Yeah, he's a little bit of like
He
a
fucks
leaner.
in a little
yeah.
gold chain.
He does.
He's
Hell
not like
yeah.
a big beefy like Johnny Sins.
Mm.
He's got like more of like a leaner body.
He's a
type.
guy.
Still pretty muscular, but
still very
like,
muscular. But
somehow
like,
feels less.
not like scary big,
Not like porn big,
mainstreamy.
yeah.
Ramon Nomar, because he's like he's
Latin
a
lover?
Yeah, he's a
Look
Latin
at the
lover.
way she blushes.
Someone's
The
got a
Latin
crush.
lover. I have
he
such a
listens
crush on
to
him.
the show, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course he does.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid to have things in his butt.
Okay.
He likes to get his ass eaten, and he's also really good at dirty talking.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's-
he's very
seems
vocal.
important.
I
Yeah.
love when a man is vocal. I need
Yeah.
to hear them.
Okay.
Kids take notes.
Because a lot of mainstream porn is obviously made for men, so they
Breeders.
don't want for breeders, so they don't want you guys to hear the man.
Yeah.
So they mostly the women are making the sounds.
Hence, like even POV, right?
Right,
Like, it's like
right. Yeah, you're the less
Just
amount of
give me the
man.
cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call
Less-
them mopes.
Mhm.
Like
Put a
the
fucking
guys
ball
just like
gag in
lend
that.
their dick but aren't
Right.
featured. Like
Got
you don't
it.
even see their
That
face
a mope.
necessarily.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
I know. A stunt dick.
perfect dick.
Yeah.
Stunt cock.
This cock could be anybody's. Laura, do you have any? What do you? Not performance, but categories.
I don't always search by categories, but occasionally.
You let the algo feed you.
Yeah, like
At this
well,
point,
what's
it's
funny
pretty
is like at this
peppered.
point it's like a fucking mess. I will weirdly return to porns I love.
Oh.
Like I have like lovers that I'm like, ugh, it'll do
Greatest
the trick.
hits.
Yo, you up?
Greatest hits.
Yo, you loaded?
Yeah.
Hey girl,
At the
you
top
still
of the
there?
spank bank. You know.
I love a platform called Four Chambers, and I don't mind shouting out. Vex came on our show. She's
Yeah.
a creator. She calls it art school bullshit. So like some of it is like too weird for me, or a little like high end,
Like black and white, and there's a fucking sad
Like,
clown in the corner. Like
substances
It's like-
flowing down bodies as much as you're seeing the actual sex.
Okay.
But she also produces porn that's just like just well produced
Mhm.
arty porn where like they're in a cool room and on a
Huh.
sick bed and she
That's
fucks in a really passionate
32
cool way.
chambers less than the Wu Tang. Interesting. Huh. 4 chambers. Okay.
and in terms of porn stars or performers,
Yeah.
Any faves right now?
Faves of all time.
Mhm.
The goats.
A couple of them that we've had on the show.
Oh,
proud
sure.
to say, Mickey
Yeah.
Maud,
Ugh.
total sweetheart, incredible fuck on camera. I've not done it in real life.
Yeah.
Didn't want to mislead anyone there.
Yeah. We'd like to think that we have.
Stoya is
Yeah.
an incredible performer. They're great
Mhm.
together because they're like buds and they
Oh, nice.
have
Yeah.
like a shorthand with each other, and
Yeah.
it's just always very sensual and like connected, but like rough and intense as
Ooh.
well.
Mhm.
Damn, you're speaking my language.
know.
Owen Gray.
Oh yeah,
Fired up.
Owen Gray.
Who
I
doesn't
forgot
love
to say
Sensual but
Owen.
rough.
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
alphabet leg.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, everybody knows about alphabet. leg.
That is a bad tat.
It's
Yeah.
a bad tap.
I
right?
also
Trying to eat that
love-
soup.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Also love to watch
I'll drink it
couples fuck, like amateur or like Pornhub premium,
But, like, real couples.
Like
Yeah.
Leo Lulu.
Leo Lulu.
Marley
Everybody
is
knows
like a
Leo
couple
Lulu.
that
But
like
Lulu,
gets
no
their
face. How
coconut
do we feel
oil.
about that?
I don't love it, but I don't
Yeah.
Wait, is this
really
the
care
no
that
face girl?
much.
Is that
It's
no
a,
face girl's
it's a
a
couple.
different.
that's a different
Yeah.
Leo
that's a
Lulu
different
is-
woman with no face.
Yeah, different no face
She
performer.
lost it tragically in a
Yeah.
hockey accident.
Yeah, Leo
never get it
Lulu
back.
is they're like basically a model couple that like are French.
What if
They
they
say
break up?
we when they come.
Would they still perform together?
That's a great question. I feel like they almost can't. It's like
Yeah.
their breakup implies.
me and Lauren.
I was gonna say it's like a podcast. What happens to the Patreon? Do you get joint custody?
Yeah.
We do. How do you explain
You-
to the fan?
Yeah.
You pod every other weekend. and,
Yeah. That has happened.
You
though, where
sick
it's
pants,
been,
you
like,
bastard.
My favorite account, like they broke up and now they're like not producing.
Oh,
anymore.
you heartbroken?
And that must be.
Yeah.
I mean, that particular couple, I wasn't. That was. We talked about this with a guest who was distraught.
Sure.
And even like reached out and was like, "What happened? Are you guys okay?" It's like, why did you?
I need answers.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
jelly filled girls.
Is that who it was?
But they didn't break
Yes.
up. They just stopped making content, but they're back now.
Oh, they're
Jelly-filled
back.
girls.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even know.
Why are they called the jelly-filled girls? Are they a cream pie?
What?
enthusiast?
No, they both have really bodacious bodies.
Hell yeah.
They both have like big
Ah, I see.
asses,
Nice.
and they're really
Hell
hot.
yeah.
But they're also a no-face couple, like Leo Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that 'cause these
they're a
people-
lesbian couple?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the no face thing because like you're able to project whoever you want onto the performer, or is that
think
they
it's
have
identity
like fucking
protection.
real full-time jobs somewhere else?
I
I
think
think
it's like
like
a stigma,
Leo,
yeah.
Lulu, for example, I think they're models in other spaces.
Got it.
They,
Got it.
so
Gotta
they
be with
probably
those
don't want to
bods.
fuck up that other career,
Yeah.
which maybe is like, you know, the safety net for if they
Okay.
stop making porn.
Yeah.
You know?
True story.
Yeah.
But I would wager that they probably make more from porn than they
At this
they
point
do.
now, they've won. Yes,
Can you make
they've, like.
more
Yeah.
doing anything else?
I mean, well, actually,
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like a shoe-in career. Like
Okay.
you
Yeah.
really have to hustle the way any like
Yes.
influencer would to
Yeah.
compete with
gotta
saturated
create content.
content.
Get that ring
Exactly.
light, baby.
But
Yeah.
Leo Lulu is huge.
Yeah.
Like, they are like number 1, number 2 on Pornhub. So like
Mm.
they
Yeah.
must collect.
Jordan and Pippen type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people don't realize that you kind of have to have a fan base to start with. You
Already?
know, like OnlyFans, like you can't just go on OnlyFans and search like yoga.
Because there's a million people.
You
in
know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
have to know who you're looking for.
Right. Is OnlyFans kind of like the Napster of the more established porn industry?
No, I wouldn't say it's Napster because Napster feels like
Napster's
piracy.
theft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the distinct difference is that OnlyFans and like ManyVids and other like cam sites like this, the
It's
creators
direct to con-
are
yes.
producing and presenting their own products.
Yes.
So there's the minimal middleman
Right. So
actually,
when
where
James
Napster it's actually
steals
stolen
this
content.
kind of porn on Reddit to beat off, that's the Napster of
That's
the
the
Napster.
Napster. Reddit is
Yeah.
the Napster.
And,
Because
like,
I've
now
porn-
ceded the high ground.
Like
Yes.
Pornhub or like X Hamster. Like Pornhub used to be the Napster because
Yeah.
it was just like whoever the fuck was posting. Pornhub has since verified their profiles.
They've done a lot of
Pornhub
work.
is a
Good
lot
for them.
more, like
you wouldn't
above
steal
board.
a nut.
But like X Hamster, like RedTube, like a lot of the other aggregates are still just like whoever grabbing clips and sharing
Yeah.
it.
But are a
puts
lot
it
of
on the
porn stars
internet.
moving to the OnlyFans, whether it's OnlyFans or another platform type model where it is direct to consumer, so that there are fewer middlemen and they just
100%.
reap all
That's the appeal.
money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot
Yes.
of them are just doing all of it. And they
So
can
are we
also
seeing-
have those profiles on Pornhub where like they have their own premium
Yeah.
account where they post content there and they post it on OnlyFans and they figure out where they can best monetize or kind of do
Yeah.
all of it.
Is this shifting the porn industry towards like a creator first model?
Yeah.
Yeah. For
How,
sure.
how are like the big guys taking this?
I know. I
They're
mean,
taking
it's,
the hits.
it's a big
The
question.
kink
Like,
Has
what
anybody
is
checked in with
fucking
Brazzers?
castle.
Yeah, what is the future of mainstream porn?
You know what's
the
expensive? That,
studio
that
model.
bang bus
Yeah.
can't run on fucking Vibe.
I know. It's true. It's true. What are they going to do?
The
I
bang
don't
bus
know.
has a tip jar now.
Yeah.
I mean, they. We don't know. I mean, people ask us that question a lot, like what we think like the future of like studio porn is going to look like or mainstream porn, and like I don't really know. I don't really have an answer. I think that like there is still a need and a want for those big budget, like kind of crazy, like gangbangs. Yeah, like the bigger
scenes.
scene or like
Yeah.
the
It's like
bigger
logistics and resources.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what they bring.
Of inviting
You know?
50
Yeah.
guys.
It's hard
Right.
to organize your like own orgy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
Yes.
have a whole team of
Yeah.
you know,
It'll
production
probably
assistants
just, like,
and
I got
stuff.
an orgy guy.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
calibrate to the audience too. Because
Yeah.
like some people still want to see like the pizza guy show up and,
Right.
and like have a
Mm.
set and costumes and like
Right.
all this production value. And there's companies that do like
Yeah, they're
parody
really killing
porn
it with
where
the
they're
big
like,
sausage pizza costumes, guys.
yeah.
But I also think there's going to be a more of a push to like
it's
like
partially-
highly produced like storyline. Like I don't know, I feel like Deeper always wins awards, and
Yeah.
or even like smaller studios like Hard Work,
Mhm.
X
I think it's
Confessions.
always
yeah,
gonna,
it's-
like- 24
exactly,
of the porn.
Yeah.
exactly.
Storytellers.
Yes,
It's always going to pendulum a little because also
Yeah.
a lot of people like want to watch studio porn, but also people want to see amateur couples. They want to believe that the
Right.
sex is
yeah,
happening
it's real.
and for it to feel like raw and real.
Mhm.
What about,
Should
what about,
we
what about
pause for that?
No, it's totally
that's fine.
fine.
Pick up
What about,
There's a couple fucking outside on
Yeah.
James'
Oh,
balcony. It's
whatever. Leo
One of
Lulu's
them is a
here.
robot.
Yeah.
well, what about AI in porn? Is there any
Ooh.
what's
Yeah.
happening there?
I mean, that's a big. I mean, that's we had an episode on for deep fakes.
Yeah.
And it's pretty like, I mean, it's bad for many reasons. There's kind of no ethical way to consume deep fake porn.
Yeah. So
You
there's
know?
like the same way there's benefits and costs to AI entering the like mainstream space. A lot of tech hits porn first, and
Right.
then we kind of
Right.
see what happens.
VR.
Buffering.
Exactly.
VR, exactly. What Rage is
Preview?
referring to is like one of the worst
Mhm.
elements of tech in the porn space, which is where like, and it could be used for good. Like you
Right.
could fully just like make porn using like aggregate images to make like an unrecognizable performer.
Right.
But what it's often used for is like putting Emma Watson's face on a porn star's body
Right.
and
Totally.
pirating a porn. But like we watched one with like Priyanka fucking Chopra
Right.
in it. And like these actors aren't consenting to doing porn. So it's
Did
deeply
it look
unethical.
real though?
It's the stuff in the
Not the
porn
hands,
space
right? The
is,
hands
like,
aren't right. The hands
just
are how you
barely.
tell.
It's actually a different.
More
'cause
fingers
this is
for
mostly
hand
like
jobs.
stitching faces. Like when
Okay.
we were watching it, it was
Yeah.
like slightly less advanced tech.
Yeah.
Why is the cock in a spiral?
Yes. Why does the
The
cock
hands.
look like a duck dick?
But it's also
Why does
bad
everyone have Owen Gray's alphabet tattoo on?
Exactly. But it's also well, I mean, it's upsetting for the porn performer too, because they're like, I don't want to be a part of this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want Priyanka Chopra to be like,
didn't
why?
consent
Yeah,
to
I didn't
this either.
consent to this either.
What about
Yeah.
Grimes? He's like, yo, make some AI music using my voice. We'll split the royalties. Could like
Yeah.
fucking Johnny Sins be like, yeah, I want to go on vacation.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Use my cock.
Fair
Yeah,
point.
go crazy.
It's
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
fair point.
Mm.
But where it gets muddy, I think, is when it's like taking people who didn't consent to the thing.
So that's kind of where
Yeah.
AI and porn is right now. And like,
yeah.
are there
That's what's
theories
being
on like,
navigated.
are there theories or like utopian visions of like how AI could benefit the porn industry, or is it kind of like
It's hard to say. Like the only benefit I see is that it could be a means to produce stuff that performers don't want to do.
Right. Sure.
Like, which is kind of the benefit I've
Mhm.
found. In,
or
like,
if their
anime,
bodies are,
where it's
yeah.
like, if you want to see something fucking crazy that you
Right.
can't simulate with real human bodies,
Mhm.
that's a way to do it. Or
Okay.
there's like
what
something.
about the animators?
But this sort of we're
What?
traumatizing people along the way either way.
It's true.
But yeah, it's also a question of like, does more of that content feed like shittier content generally? Because porn kind of
Yeah,
reacts
probably.
to itself and becomes more and more edgy to
Yeah.
compete with itself.
Mm.
And it's also a question of like, are fucking robots going to become the norm? And are we all going to have weird body standards because we're looking at
Right.
unreal things?
I mean, that's true.
But I
also,
think
yeah.
that because people have reacted to like studio porn by saying, oh, but I want to see amateur couples,
Mm.
that there will be a similar pushback that's like, God, I would really love to see real people fucking
Analog
and not
bodies.
this like
yeah,
totally idealized digitized image.
right.
So
I
I
want to
think
see
it's just going
LeBron
to kind
James
of be
rail out Emma Watson. So
yeah, like
someone's got to make that.
let the rest of us fuck. you know?
Whacked.
all right? Here's a very fraught, delicate question.
Ooh,
I love
can't
those.
What
wait.
about
yeah.
the okay?
Mhm.
I read some article that about pedophiles, right?
Mm,
and what about
okay.
the notion of pedophiles having access to like AI generated kitty porn? Because like obviously,
Yeah.
right, this can't happen for real.
Mhm.
But these people can't necessarily change how they're like sexually neurologically wired.
Mm.
Pass. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Hard press the hard question,
Especially in those glasses, you want to
Yeah.
probably avoid this one.
that question.
Yeah.
Laura, yeah.
You know, I feel like I literally need to be a psychiatrist
I know.
to answer
I
that
don't know if
question.
I'm- yeah.
Because the question that it begs of me is like, does showing someone who has that, and I'm going to call it a
Mhm.
disorder and not a kink,
Yeah,
because I do think
Yeah.
it's not. I think it's different.
Is it a
Right.
kink if it's
Um,
illegal? I guess would
It's
be.
it's not the
Yeah.
legality where I draw
It's how
the
they're wired.
line. It's like
Ethics.
when we get into a kink that violates consent,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's not a fetish. That's something.
It's a crime.
That's a
that's
power
something-
dynamic issue with your
Yes,
brain.
brain misfire.
Oh, we're gonna
that
talk.
you
We're
need
gonna talk
to-
horses, chef later.
that you that
Thank
like
God.
that to me is like where it enters unhealthy territory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas
should these people be
kinks-
scratching this itch, right? Or should
That's-
they be
that's the
seeking
question, right?
professional help?
That's the question, because it's like if that's the territory we're in, if we're giving you the content that feeds that, now let's call it a disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Are we making it better or worse? Are we enhancing
Yes.
that thing,
Totally.
or is there a better way to navigate something I would call unhealthy?
Well, I think the legality right now is that these people can be arrested before they actually harm any children, because it's like, oh, you're arrested before you're like an imminent threat to people.
Yeah,
so they can
Yeah,
get
the
arrested
legal
before doing
question
that.
of it is
Yeah.
really dicey too. Of like, would you then be convicting someone of a crime they haven't committed,
Right.
and
Some
that kind of
fucking-
thing, like,
Pre-crime.
But you can
Exactly,
be arrested
bro.
for being in possession of the pornography. You know,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
like-
but I'm like, if it's not porn that was made with children, does the legality like that's
Oh,
the
sure.
question,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah,
like,
of
do we make it
course.
illegal to make
Yeah.
fake kitty porn?
Can you?
I'm
you
kind of
do-
like, let's just fucking not.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
like
porn
see
is-
that solving.
Is there
the
like
problem.
drawn like hentai style kitty porn that's
Oh,
legal?
God. I have no
Uh,
idea.
Because that's just art. That's the First
yeah.
Amendment.
There's certainly stuff that walks that
All right, Bud
line.
Light.
Yeah,
What
I-
you find in what you find in the porn space that's really funny is how often people talk about how old the teenager is.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're 18 now.
she's finally 18.
My stepdaughter, she's
Barely
19.
legal.
And they
Yeah.
make a point to say it for that exact reason.
Oh.
Because it can still be like, she's coming home from high school, but
Right.
she's fucking 18. She's 18. It's legal. It's
Yeah,
legal.
yeah.
Which is also, when you think about it,
Parody,
really
parody,
just an
parody.
arbitrary
Yes.
number. But we
Yeah.
like chose a line and said that's the line.
In
When
France,
often it's
it's
much
18.
more like
Yeah.
nuanced around the actual power dynamics. So
I also think porn is already like the scapegoat and the villain of so much stuff in our
Yeah.
society that like the idea of doing that is just bad for porn.
yeah, I'm
Is
like, let's
really
just
bad for
fucking
porn.
not, because
Yeah.
it's only going to open up a can of
Yeah.
worms that
Make
like
porn great again.
does not need to be resolved for the porn space.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, back in the 70s, there was definitely a moment of like porno chic and like where you could go to the movie theater and like
Deep
you
throat,
could
baby.
go,
Boogie
exactly.
Nights.
My favorite,
The
one of
golden
my,
age of porn.
yeah, one of my favorite facts we learned in the pod is that Deep Throat was like the number 7 movie, like showing
Wasn't she
in
15?
theaters.
Wasn't she like?
No.
Wasn't the star?
there was some abuse. There was some like shitty
Loveless?
like
What was her
Yeah,
name?
Linda Lovelace.
Yeah.
But
Lovelace.
um,
Yeah, she was not treated well, and she spoke about it later.
right.
But the
But she
film
was of age.
itself was like,
But they were doing
Marvel
Fast and the Furious
movie.
numbers?
Yes, they were.
Yes,
It was
number 7 in the
Fast
country.
XXX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
I
There
mean,
it is.
They're like big.
Which is a
and
movie
it's
with Vin Diesel,
porn.
XXX, which is weird. Triple X.
yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Xander Cage.
Wow, yeah.
Wait,
But
so
yeah, there was a moment in the 70s where it was cool to talk about porn,
Right.
to support porn stars. And I mean, and it is.
And then what?
Coming back,
Satanic
I mean-
Panic fucking bullshit? What happened? Like,
I mean, I think that there was a fallout of
Reagan,
the VHS. Reagan,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
house,
sure.
sit on the
Reagan
hill.
war on
squashed
morality.
porn. There was a big war on morality.
Yeah.
That was
fucking
a
assholes.
Yeah.
special era.
He was
AIDS
shutting
fucked some
down.
shit up,
yeah,
too.
Get a
AIDS
crack
for
kink.
sure.
Yeah,
We're not talking ass.
yeah.
Which is crazy because let's think about who his wife was. you
Ooh,
know?
the throat
The throat
goat.
goat. Yeah.
Literally.
Let's shout
Bringing
her
it
out,
back,
dude.
Yeah.
full circle.
Yeah.
Well, okay, real quick, like talking about we talked about like kink shaming and everything. Is there porn that's too extreme? Like how and where do you draw that line, or can you draw that line, or is it kind of
Yeah.
like almost like Tipper Gore or fucking Nancy Reagan? Like you know it when you see it,
Yeah, I don't.
and
I
hopefully
mean,
you're not seeing it because
we try so hard to not kink shame. That is
Yeah.
like we signed up that like we say we're gonna see it. We're looking at everything. We've looked at everything. We've done an episode on water sports.
That was a challenge
which
for
was
both
hard.
of us.
what was
yeah.
that?
So like waterboarding.
Piss play.
Oh, piss.
Piss.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
We
No big
haven't
deal.
done scat
Yeah.
play yet.
Ooh.
Gotta go to Germany for that one.
Scheiße.
Yeah, I know, but we need,
Yeah.
but we do want to have a guest on because like we,
Ooh,
Like
We
someone
need
who's
some-
literally eating shit.
yeah, we need someone to talk.
Who's
you
like
know,
willing to talk about
it.
their
yeah.
kinks. Yeah. We try to do that as much as possible. We didn't do that with the piss play episode,
Yeah,
and
we
it felt
should've,
kind of like a
yeah.
mistake because we went
Yeah.
full extreme. Like
We really did,
Like,
and it was like
someone
this
just like
was kinda
pissing
hard
on
to
someone in a
watch.
bed doesn't
Yeah.
really overwhelm me, but we chose this
Get Trump's
couple who are like big in the
Drinking each
space.
other's
But they
piss.
were, she
damn.
was brushing her teeth
Gargling.
with jizz and
Oh.
piss.
Yeah.
And it was like more than I could.
Let me wash
Yeah.
down this
stomach.
jizz real
I
quick.
know.
Yeah.
It was hard. Some of it is like it turns your
Very-
stomach a little bit,
very
yeah.
intense,
And
but
but we
that's-
try to be like, but you know what? This isn't for me, but it is for someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
We've definitely pushed our own boundaries more
Yeah.
than we thought we would, which is illuminating and kind
it's
of
almost like porn. You have to
exciting.
kind of maybe do stuff that you're not immediately comfortable doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know.
For
Push outside
me,
your
like
comfort
the
zone.
only
Yeah.
line that I firmly like don't cross is consent. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
I love consent play, like stuff where like
Mhm.
dubious consent comes into play, where like
Consensual,
the
non-consent.
scene is simulating
Yeah.
non-consent in some way, but
Not actual.
Yeah, like
not
CNC
actually.
is
It would
Smut.
never actually
Yeah.
would like really be a performer who wants
Right.
to. Like when we did Public Disgrace, I struggled
Yeah,
with it. Like we did an
yeah.
episode that was about Public Disgrace, which is like shaming a sub, usually with like a group,
In front of people.
Yeah.
spitting on them, using their
Watching
bodies
them
for
Like your
Yeah.
worst
sex.
nightmare.
Yeah,
And
like
the one
being
that
in a
we-
club getting fucked by a beer bottle where everyone
Yeah.
Oh my
comes over
God.
and like spits on them and
Yeah.
hits them. And,
Very
yeah.
degrading.
Yeah,
And the one we
yeah.
watched
This bud's
was
for
like,
you.
yeah. And the one we
Clando
watched
after hours.
yeah. And
Bernie's
the,
I wonder why it smells so
Bernie's
bad,
after
dude.
hours. No.
How do you think we got the chicken so vinegary?
Keeping those mugs frosty for
Yeah.
you, sweetheart.
That ain't a mozzarella stick.
Oh my god. But yeah, you know.
yeah.
But there's some white shit inside, and it is gooey.
And it's gooey.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so a lot of like other headlines kind of around pornography these days,
Yeah.
as we see this like conservative backlash to fucking all things awesome.
Yeah.
The pearl clutching around young men's addiction to pornography.
Ugh.
Is this justified, overblown? obviously there's like
Overblown.
levels to it. It's overblown.
Okay.
Definitely overblown. You can be addicted to anything that gives you like dopamine stimulus.
Right. But again, everyone just loves to be like, porn's the bad thing. Like,
Yeah.
porn is the reason that we have
Yeah.
TikTok. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, people will say, like, porn is the reason for anything. Like, they just want to find a reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's the number one scapegoat of all time.
But do young
Yeah.
men need to police their like porn usage?
I think each young man should be responsible for his own health and happiness,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
And like,
it is the more accessible than ever before.
This is the
Yeah.
glass half full
Sure.
of cum
That's-
take.
that's
this is-
real.
yeah.
but like addiction is a spectrum. Like
Right.
I think addiction becomes problematic when it gets in the way of your actual productivity.
Right.
You can make the exact same argument about video games, about sugar,
Yeah.
about coffee.
What if you're going
about,
for the
like-
world record of jerk offs in a day? Right.
Right.
Then
Well, if you like,
want this.
if you're
And
looking at
also,
if you're looking at porn at work, I mean, this is shame with Fassbender,
Yeah.
right? If you're looking at porn at work,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, if it gets in the way of
course.
being a
Yes.
functioning member of society,
If you have compulsive behavior around porn, you
Yeah.
probably have a deeper issue
You have an
that
addiction
may not
problem,
have anything to do with the fact that it's porn,
Mhm.
but like how you need to satisfy your like dopamine urges.
okay,
right?
let me ask both of you a loaded question. Is
Yeah.
there an amount of times that's too many to masturbate in a day?
I mean, that's such a deeply personal question. I don't think
This
that
is a
you can
deeply personal
say
podcast.
that there's like a blanket number for everyone,
Well,
you know?
if dust is coming out, guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Pump
mean,
the
again,
brakes. Yeah.
I don't ever
when you
wanna-
start chafing, I'm like,
Yeah.
look out.
I try so
careful.
hard not to shame anything around sex because we already do that so much, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. If you're chafing, then maybe, yeah.
like, maybe
But-
chill.
see a medical professional.
if you're,
Yeah.
if the iPhone
Unless
gets
that's
the
your kink.
activities will resume when iPhone is cooled down.
Yeah, like,
Maybe.
but like also at the same time, I'm like, but if that's your joy, like find happiness,
Live
you
your
know?
truth.
Like,
Yeah.
I love a
There
hot
are times-
iPhone.
There are times when I'm on vacation where I'm like, yeah, I have the full day. I'm not going to do anything but sit here and jerk off in this hotel room.
What is
you
it
know?
about vacation where I feel like business trips or whatever? Is it just like because it feels not real? I feel like
Yes,
I'm not
you're
just-
allowed.
Yeah.
Well,
Also just
thing
the
for me,
time, like-
the second that I
Yeah.
can be in a hotel room, I'm like, I'm jerking off. You know?
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
am.
She's
I am
treating
playing-
herself.
I am claiming my territory. You know, like
She's rubbing
I
her
need
little
the vibes
baboon
to
butt
be
on
right.
all the pillows.
Yeah.
Let me reset the vibes by beating off in
Exactly.
this
Yes.
anonymous hotel room.
Some people light incense.
You know?
Rachel flicks the bean.
It's
Don't-
true.
Yeah.
Don't bring out the black light.
I'm a grown
Guys,
woman. I'm
that's-
traveling everywhere with a vibrator in my purse.
Of course.
You know?
Just
Yeah.
one?
Two, actually.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And a little thing of lube.
What's your rotation of like personal toys?
Device.
Is it
Wow. Okay.
It's more than one, obviously.
Who are your faves?
Okay, well, right now I'm really into the new, actually don't remember what it's called, but it's the Lelo vibe that's like a point. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's
Yeah,
that one
it's not the
called?
Sona.
No,
It's
I mean, I
not
do love the Sona.
Next to Sonos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
Sonar Wave
Yes.
vibe that
Yeah.
Lelo
Alexa?
put out. Yes. Please.
Make me come.
But I mean, I
It's
have
not
like so
cosmetatory,
many.
It's just like the nature of the way it
Yeah.
vibrates.
Got it.
Like it's
I
still basically a vibrator, but it's like a different.
like a
There's a
Stark-
proprietary
like it has
piece of
Stark
technology
Industries.
that
yeah.
yes,
just
it's
hits the
Iron Man's
spot.
own.
Yeah, but I do love the Sona Cruise. I also love like Lelo has a version of the Hitachi wand that I'm really into. They're kind of like the nicest luxury brand of vibrators. They're
The
always
Cadillac of vibrators.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Are
like
you-
on the cutting edge of technology.
And we
Are you
do
guys
work
on-
with them, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, are you guys
know.
on Vibrator or like sex toy flow team?
floating.
What
Like
do
you get
like-
stuff sent to you for free.
Oh,
How
yes,
we would
yes,
get like a
yes,
post
yes.
or like
Jeans or
a.
Yeah, we get
something.
paid
Yes.
to talk
Oh,
about
wow.
that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not to
So-
brag.
So your opinions are maybe taken with a
No,
grain
no,
of-
no, no,
No,
no.
it's
In the
just that
pocket, a
we're
big
willing.
vibrator.
No.
We're willing to be honest because there's other vibe companies that
Yeah.
have paid us,
That's
but
true.
Lelo
They've
is
also
like
sent
one
us
that we
stuff, too.
actually love.
Have you ever turned anything down?
I'm trying to think.
We've turned
like, the sex toy space?
down,
Not sex toys, but definitely like weird, like
We were like, we're good.
yeah, like
I think we've only turned stuff down when it's
supplements and
been
things like that. Like we're like, I
yeah.
don't really know what's in it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
what is that? It's
Gas
not it's not
station
approved by
pills.
the
Or
FDA.
it's like problematic. Yeah, we
Yeah.
also got like a weed brand once that I was like, this is sketchball.
yeah.
And we didn't continue like working with them.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on fleshlights for guys?
Love.
Yeah.
No problem
Guys
with
need
it.
to be using more sex toys.
Like
That's where I'm
for
that's all I'm saying about
masturbation.
that. Yeah,
of all
why not?
kinds. I think just generally
not?
like encouraging toys is
Yeah.
a good thing.
They're
Just
fun.
then they're
What
like,
about
know.
like
after this podcast, I highly recommend you guys check out my old blog, hilariousfleshlightreviews.tumblr.com.
What? Shut up.
Real reviews.
Are you serious?
Pulled from Amazon.
Oh my god.
Mostly problematic.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah.
Have you ever bought a
Okay.
fleshlight of a porn star that you like?
I bought.
Here we go.
You're familiar with my friend on the show. His character name is hiding his identity. Asher with the big hog.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Hold on. He has
yeah.
a big hog?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
All
learn
right.
So we
something
had
every
to.
day.
Wow.
She's blushing again.
He moved to
He's
Oklahoma. He moved to Oklahoma
I know.
for a year or so, and we bought him a
I know.
fleshlight. We bought him a fleshlight, but we had to ask his then girlfriend what the girth was
Oh.
because we knew the hog was robust.
Yeah.
So she gave her best guesstimate, and so we had to buy him like the upper.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Magnum.
big one. The big
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I see you did research to get him the
That's
right
so
fit.
good.
We're
That's
good
actually
friends.
kind of
Yeah.
sweet.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, of course.
It's very thoughtful.
Used it once, never again.
He wasn't fucking with
Because he
it.
broke
No pun
it,
intended.
or-
It was like he said it was too loud and mechanical. This is a very long time ago. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
pre
Yeah.
Bluetooth technology. You know what I mean?
I can
Yeah.
understand why you wouldn't want like something mechanical mashing your dick.
Yeah. For sure.
That
What-
doesn't
But like just the
sound great.
sleeve, I think is
Yeah, just
kinda
something
fun.
fleshy.
What
Yeah.
about like
Firm.
the prosthetic like
Sex dolls?
asses and shit? Like where it's just like
Tantally?
is that like then teaching guys, which I think we're gonna talk about like what bad behavior where it's like this is just a pussy. A hole. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's like a deeper question of like, what do they think about women in general?
Facts.
you know?
For sure.
Yeah, if it's just masturbation
if they're just jerking
enhancement,
off,
if they just
yeah.
want to like feel the thing, like
Well,
sure,
one of the
just
reviews
like
was-
know that women aren't objects.
One of the
Right.
reviews was a guy being like, "This looks like a 13-year-old girl to me." Like that was his
Yeah.
like, but in a positive way.
How
for
many
him.
stars though did he
Oh,
do?
13.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
stars.
One for every felony.
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed an uptick at all, like in your personal lives, in men mimicking pornography and like how they try to perform?
I think that was the case for like most of my adult sex life.
Yeah, I think
I think
earlier
actually, if
on,
anything,
maybe.
you see it less because people figured out that's what people were doing.
Right.
Like there was a phase years ago where like choking was like the trick that everyone had. Like
Yeah.
everyone was suddenly choking you. I once told someone to fuck me harder and they just started choking me.
Whoa.
And I was like, I get where
I didn't say
where you
kill me.
thought
Yeah.
like different things and wasn't good at the choking. Was like
Yeah.
Right.
cutting off my
there's
airway.
a
air
right way
pipe
to choke
as
someone
opposed
and
to-
there's
yeah.
a wrong way to choke.
Let's walk through.
You're not
real
actually
quick, just for
trying to.
safety
Yeah, no,
purposes.
this is great.
Yeah.
92% stream in.
I know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
need
we
to
just-
know this.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is important.
We're about
You're
to
not
do
actually
dumb
choking the
numbies.
person.
Yes, that's
You're
breath
never
play.
actually choking the person
Yes.
unless you are very advanced in the BDSM world and are doing actual breath play.
A
I bet your
certified-
audience is not in
Right.
that
Which is,
particular
like,
category.
Playing with asphyxiation and things like that. which,
Yes.
like, you need really.
You need
good-
actual like training for
CPR.
Also,
yeah,
like,
that's a
safe,
do not try this at
consensual,
home
Sure.
thing.
Like, you are operating under like the tenets of BDSM, and
Safe
and
know
you
word.
were doing it in service of a sub who wants that play.
Mhm.
Like
But if you're just doing breeder
If-
choking,
yeah. breeder-
just regular
basic
vanilla
breeder choking.
First time
breeder.
choking bitch.
Breeder
Um,
choking. It's you're grabbing around like there's muscle here
Right.
around the outside. Like you're not going anywhere on like your trachea.
the actual air
The
pipe.
actual
It's-
windpipe.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
air
yeah.
pipe.
Yeah.
It's to
The
the,
meat.
sides.
Yeah.
Wrong, brother, you're worried about the wrong pipe.
And you're,
Yeah.
and you're giving pressure there, and you can
Okay.
I can still talk, you know.
yeah,
But
and you're
there's, like-
communicating
Yes.
with your partner about that pressure.
Right, exactly.
And even like outside of the sex act, you can be like, how's this pressure? How do
Yeah.
you like this? To
Yeah.
like get a sense for what they're into.
Right. Does
That way
this
you
feel
can do it
good?
more in the
that's
moment.
yeah. That's checking in on consent.
Communication.
Are you
Yes.
okay?
So
like,
Don't be a
this-
fucking mope.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah.
Talk.
So besides communication, what advice would you give to a listener who maybe is struggling with drawing the line between the porn that they watch and the actual sex that they're hopefully also having?
I mean, well, that's
It
hard
is
because
communication.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
communication's the thing. Like,
that's
what are you
foundational.
into?
yes.
In the queer space, Dan Savage talks about this a bunch. I'm queer. I love we love
Brag.
to trash a breeder. Brag. Brag.
All breeders are trash.
It's a given question, like early on in either dating or hooking up. Like,
Yeah.
what are you into?
Sure.
Yeah.
And that could be a really
Cards on the
fucking
table.
Yes.
cards on the- it can be a very hot conversation to be
Oh.
like, I like to get my fucking hair pulled and I like to be
How do you like
spanked.
it? Yeah.
I like a hard spank, but like I don't want you to leave a mark. You know, like talking about that kind of thing.
Feed me, don't breed me.
Nuance.
Don't breed me. I want you to come on me here, there, and everywhere. Like these are
Yeah.
needs
to be on a
t-shirt.
feed me, don't breed.
I'm a baby.
I'm just a sexy baby. I'm a little sexy Nepo baby. Just feed me.
Like those conversations can be really fucking hot,
Yeah.
rather than like clunky and in the way.
Mhm.
So like if you're
Just immediately
feeling
start
something with
slapping
someone
each
on
other.
a date and you're a couple drinks in.
Right.
And you might be going home, like that's a great time
Yeah.
to be like, I would
Yeah.
really love to,
Let's go.
yeah, like
you know, and like,
let's play it out. Hey.
oh my god, are we on a date?
Hey.
My
All right,
dreams
we're
are
gonna
coming
clip this
true.
Yeah.
out.
all
We're gonna-
right.
Let's please do some role playing.
Lauren's not going to
So-
watch.
Okay.
Oh, let me just.
So I've been having a really great time with you tonight.
Yeah, me too.
But I'd love
there's a vibe.
I'd love to go back to your place.
Oh, really? How forward of you.
Yeah, I would really like to fuck you. How do you like to be fucked?
This is a fucking hot question. I do like rough sex.
Great.
Is that
Okay.
fun for you?
I love rough sex
okay,
too.
great. Yeah. If
Mhm.
it's like tied to your passion that you like
Mhm.
want me,
How do you feel about impact play?
I like a little impact play.
Okay.
Yeah, you can slap my ass. You can
Mm.
slap my pussy.
Mhm.
Love if you would like pull my
Pull your
hair.
hair. I
I'm
do
not
like that.
into. I'm not super into choking.
Okay.
If you are, I'd be down to play around with it.
Sure.
but like
We don't have to do
we don't
that.
have to start there.
Great.
I clit very important.
Okay.
but I also like penetration. We can do
Mm.
fingers inside, but like definitely don't ignore the external clit.
Yeah. Is there
Do
anything?
you guys know that the clit is a whole system and it's not just on the outside?
It's
It's like the
roots of-
MTA. It's just-
Yeah.
It is. It is like the MTA. And if you actually look at it and like how like the clitoral system works like behind, it actually kind of mirrors like how like male genitalia works.
Oh, I'm trying to
You
take
know?
that G train. Laura, I noticed that you didn't ask Rachel what
I
she's
was
into.
just gonna say
I
my
know.
Oh, you wanna
failure.
hop back in?
I know. You
That was
want to
a
hop
round
back
of
in.
applause.
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
okay, we can
no.
hop back
If we
in.
had,
That was
if we
great.
completed
That
the
was
role
great.
play, the
That
next
was
question
me,
would be like, "What are
beating
you
off,
into?
not
What do you
knocking
like?"
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We kind of started to go there. I was like,
Yeah.
if you're into choking, I'd be into it. The
Right.
next question would be like, is any of that hot to you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
What
think
is
about
absolutely
all that?
off the table?
What's
Right.
off any
Turn
boundaries?
the
Yeah.
AC up. You're getting a little hot bothered over there, Jimbo.
Busted. But going back a question, but you have noticed that guys have kind of pulled back from like mimicking what we
Yeah.
the dominant views
I
of
think
form
so.
of
I mean,
porn?
I think like we're hopefully getting out of that. Like I feel like I noticed it a lot more when I was younger. Now everyone
is that you like building upon your sexual repertoire and experience, or is that just like
It's a little of both.
I
I was
think
just gonna
so.
say
Guys
it's also
growing
like
up.
I'm getting older too, so like the people I'm having sex with are getting older. So I actually don't know what it's like.
it's
for, like,
also
Back in my
it's
day.
also
yeah, right.
it's also the
I used to choke.
podcast. It's also the podcast preceding us.
Yeah.
Like there's
like when people Google
nobody
you
like
before a
fucks me
date?
without knowing
Yes,
that
that's
I
true.
have
Ooh,
a podcast
so-
about porn. So a lot of times
Nobody.
not
Well,
really.
when you
hard to
search,
get around it, yeah.
when they do their pre-date stalking,
Exactly.
they see the podcast.
It comes up like my whole Instagram personality is mostly around the podcast.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that's where it's most
Sure.
useful. So it's much less pictures
Okay.
of my dog than it is thirst traps and me promoting the podcast,
Yeah.
right? And like I don't do a lot of the apps. I'm on Field, which is a very sex forward space.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of me with Rachel, and
Take notes,
I clarify
fellas.
that that's not my partner. That's
Oh, okay,
my
got
only
it.
like my
Yeah.
podcasting and
Field?
crime partner.
Field.
Field, like playing the field.
Yes, but
Yes,
it's
but
but
with
it's
two E's.
feels.
There's grass on the field play ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, that works.
You guys are really leaning into
also
the
tracks.
I love it.
So your reputation for both you guys
Yeah.
speaking, preceding you because of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously the positive side to that, but there's also the negative side where then like there's these expectations that are
Yeah, a little bit. The negative side is like intimidation or being
Yeah.
like, I have to do something fucking weird,
Yeah.
you know, because she's gonna be into weird stuff.
She's the sex girl.
And,
She's
like
the porn
she's
girl.
kinky, but like
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not. I don't necessarily need
Right.
to like go 0 to 60.
totally.
Like I love vanilla sex as much as the
Yeah.
next person. So like the assumption and the like, here's the crazy thing is
Yeah.
often really jarring and like
Mhm.
weird.
and it probably
um,
turns off misogynists who are like intimidated by the
Yeah,
girls.
right.
that
Yeah,
seem to
kind
come
of.
up.
It does
and
kind
I'm
of weed
trying
out.
to date a misogynist.
Yeah.
I am.
Where
For
are
the
all
love
the
of
misogynists?
God.
Are they?
Find them anymore.
Where are they? But
Maybe
I-
they're in that 92%.
it's really hard for me because I've been like actively trying to find like a relationship,
Right.
and that's really hard because everyone thinks that I'm just trying to fuck because
Like
of
the
having
guys
this
that you're
podcast.
going on dates with.
Yeah, I mean, well, I won't even get to the point of going on a date because they're texting me things like, wow, you look like I could, I wouldn't be able to break you. Like, you look like you can take a beating. And I'm like, I haven't met you yet.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like we have not met.
So we have a guest coming on. The episode's coming on in a few weeks, but she wrote that like my 10 years on Tinder and how like a lot of guys, I think because there is like an endless buffet or like you're immediately in the marketplace and you see like kind of like everything before you. Like a lot of guys are much more forward.
Yes.
Is that something that have we started seeing people pull back on that, or is that still very much like, what's up? Want to fuck?
It still feels very much like that. And I have to, and I say all the time, I matched with you on Hinge, not on Field.
Right.
Like I feel like I say that once a week.
Read the room.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is funny because on Field, people in their profiles will often be like, I'm also looking for friends.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
also like a place where you can build queer community. So a lot of times
Okay.
it's super sex forward. And then people are like,
Yeah.
listen, I want to do the sex, but also if you just want to go to take a
Hang
walk.
out.
Hey.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
people are down
Just
for
come
that
over and
too.
watch some fucking
you
porn.
know?
Just
Like,
like, whatever.
Exactly.
Or Love Island.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite season?
Wow. I'm gonna favorite season. Maybe
8. Was that the
Good
one
question, I
before
guess.
last?
The one
No.
that had
We're like
one that
10 or
had
11
Faye, and was that the most recent one?
Faye. That's a great fucking season.
But also no, the one before the last summer one with Chloe and Liam and Millie one. I loved that season.
that was, I think
So the
that's the
newer
season
ones.
I'm thinking
Yes.
of. Is
Newer
that the one
ones.
with the 2 Lukes? Is that who they were?
Both Lukes?
yes,
And they were
Luke
best
T
friends.
and Luke M.
Luke T and
They're
Luke M.
Luke A.
They
Yeah,
were
yeah,
best
yeah.
buds. Whatever that season was a
Yeah.
strong season.
All
That was
right.
a good season.
Getting into like the relevant headlines real quick.
yes.
So like in light of the recent news out of Los Angeles, Horses, your hometown or where you are currently,
Right.
Mhm.
are all chefs sexually twisted? And Rachel, I know you work in the food and
I'll let
service
Rachel
industry
answer
and-
those.
Yeah.
In your experience.
I
Slash
wouldn't
fire at
say,
fucking.
oh God, I wouldn't say that they're all sexually twisted, but I will say in all of the kitchens that I worked at, you kind of have to be a little like cuckoo
You
to
have to
like
be a
want
little
to, you know,
nuts.
to like want to like run a restaurant or to
Right.
like want
And to like
work in a kitchen.
successfully
Yes.
ascend too. I think
Yes.
it requires a sort of insane level of
Yeah,
grit.
but no,
and
not
more
all
S or
chefs
more
are
M?
sexually twisted.
Okay.
But for that particular one, there was something so exciting about learning like that, like it's like finding out anyone who's like successful and famous has some weird, it's like the Army Hammer scandal,
Oh
you
my
know?
God, I forgot about
Like
Yeah.
finding out that
The goat.
someone who's in like the spotlight or who
Right.
has like glamour and fame around them
Stars,
is
they're
actually,
just like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you know, who's
Fucking
actually
degenerate.
a sexual deviant.
Yeah.
Is exciting. And I think that it has to speak more to the fact that like we don't want to talk about sex in general. And so the second that it's like salacious or fucked up or twisted.
We only focus on the
Yeah.
extremes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got it.
You know.
What about like so like what everyone has like their thoughts on like chefs as like a archetype of guy, but like what
mhm.
archetype of dude generally is very fire at fucking? Like we have skaters,
Yeah.
line cooks, short
Oh.
kings, with
Short
Short cocks,
kings. Short
podcasters,
kings.
like
Short kings. In my experience, actually, I feel like skaters aren't even that great in bed.
Really, bed frame.
Yeah,
So
they're
the
not really that
leverage is
great.
a whole other issue.
I'm gonna say like guys that are sort of like have like a queer bent to them.
Ooh.
I literally
Yeah.
was gonna say
Wait,
that.
like
I was like a
queer
little bit
baiters?
queer.
Yeah, like a little queer.
No.
Like
You'll-
either
you'll
like-
kiss a guy in
for
volley.
instance, yeah, like for
Yeah.
instance, like Bad Bunny, like he's kind of a
Bad
queer,
Bunny.
yeah,
Bad
like he's
Bunny.
gonna be fucking good in bed,
Yeah.
because he's not afraid to like wear high heels and
'Cause
be a
he's
little
a
gay.
little-
Because he's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like afraid.
Yes, exactly.
And he's
There's-
a little kinky.
Might suck a little dick.
Damn, the amount of
Yeah.
nail polish sales that are about to happen. Jesus
That's true though. Like
No,
that,
but yeah.
those are the people that are going to be a little bit more, that are going to be more willing and accepting in bed and do something fun and exciting and aren't afraid to try.
Yeah.
You know?
Experimental, usually
Yeah.
like generous and interested in your
Yeah.
pleasure,
Yeah.
because that's
Uh-huh.
like almost part of the queerness and the
Yeah.
kink is
Right.
You
like
gotta try.
to
Yeah.
unpack
you
the
miss
pleasure.
99 of the nuts that you don't bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Wayne Gretzky said that.
He did.
And he was good in bed.
Wayne Gretzky.
He was a little
the
queer.
great
People
one.
don't know that.
Yeah.
He wore
He was- they
fishnets
called him
under
Great One
his.
because he had a hockey stick. And
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
gay
that's
one.
what I would say. Who are like fire in bed. I'm also trying to think of like
That
someone
Oni,
else.
the gay
I mean,
one.
I want to, in my experience, I feel like all Italian guys are good in bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Or even when you're fucking at his mom's house.
Yeah.
And no one is
which
doing
is
the
where
laundry.
you have to fuck.
Which is where you have to fuck because he
Yeah.
lives there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's kind
Yeah.
of though, like that's a little dirty, right?
Yeah.
No one is upstairs
Yeah.
making
They're
Mama.
dirty. They're dirty. They're passionate.
Yeah.
They have some
Hairy,
weird
Mama,
there's, like,
bring
there's
me
the condom.
Catholicism
Yeah.
wrapped up
the
in it
woman
too.
worship, the mommy
Yes.
issues can actually have like
Oh.
a good
Or
side to
Madonna
that.
Sure, right,
yeah.
right,
You know?
So when they're catcalling you to within an inch of your life, like that
Yeah.
works.
Sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes there's a
Sometimes.
fine line.
It is.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes just a hint of that is okay.
Yeah.
Help
Shout
us
out to
settle.
Super Mario Brothers.
Help us and everyone listening at home covering their penises because they're hard. Settle
Yeah.
this once and for all. What is the perfect dick size? I know
Oh, girl.
we could caveat it
Smaller
like
than you think.
Yeah.
The big ones.
Well,
are-
first of all, it's important to note that
Big ones hurt.
the national average is 6 inches hard.
okay.
6 inches hard.
Yes.
Okay.
Average.
Which
That
is
is
which
normal
does
size.
correlate to average vaginal canal size
Right.
too.
Right.
Oh,
So like there is
this
like
is Mother Nature.
yeah, there's a wall there. So like there are
Literally.
size queens, but like literally
There's a
definitely
ceiling.
I'm not a size queen because it fucking hurts
Yes.
if it's like
Mhm.
too big.
Mm-hmm.
You
Fellas.
want like enough to work with, but I
Yeah.
also here's another stat. Something like 8 to 20% of women can come from penetrative sex alone. God's
less than
chosen.
10%.
Like exclusively.
No, yes, just penetration. Just 10% of us.
Where most of us need external clit stimulation. So the dick size don't matter
At all.
You can literally not go inside of me and I'm just as
For upwards of
likely to come.
92% of women.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
I like those odds.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
I would say anything bigger than 8 is like too big because
Too big.
I have a shallow vagina, like my personality, you know? So I don't want anything too big,
Yeah.
frankly.
Far from
Yeah.
the deep end now. All right.
Dick size largely grew because of
Porn.
or
Yeah.
not dick size.
Do you agree with me that the dicks in porn
perception
are
of
too
dick
big?
size.
Well, they
Yes.
have to be, right? They
To
have
see
to be
them.
because porn
literally
is a visual
for camera
medium.
watch
angles,
the
so you can
NBA to
see
see
it
lamps
going
or
in and
dunks,
out.
bro.
Yeah, like it's a visual medium. You need to be able to see a dick going in and out in order
Right.
for people to want to watch
Okay.
it.
And they're already
fine,
working
That is
weird
why-
angles just to get you that
Yeah.
shot, that like meat shot of the dick going.
But if
in
you're
and
all
out.
if all you're seeing is
Meat
meat,
shot.
you know, it's not the meat that makes the sandwich.
yeah,
You know,
What is it? The bread?
Yeah.
good
it's the
pork,
mayo, honey.
Yeah.
And-
Cheese.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
the
Got it, got it,
fucking
got it.
mayonnaise,
Right.
It's the
Cheese, tomato.
aioli.
But if you saw, I mean, and there is like, you know, if you're looking at like amateur stuff and like people who have like average size, normal size, whatever, even smaller size, like you weren't seeing what got popular in mainstream porn,
Right.
which is like the action of something going in and out.
Is
you
Mike?
know?
Do people have micro dick kinks?
I
Probably, right?
I'm
yeah,
sure somebody
there's
does.
a kink for everything.
That
you know?
exists.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's a kink for, I mean, there's small penis humiliation.
Oh,
Oh,
that's for
right.
the.
Yeah.
That's for both partners or both.
Yeah,
members
I mean,
of
it's
Yeah,
the-
like
largely
for-
for the penis haver,
Yeah.
like
To
wanting
Getting
to
shamed.
sub, like
Yeah.
wanting that.
Yeah.
Sure.
wanting
That
to get
degradation,
because they enjoy the
exactly.
humiliation.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're not here to kink shame, but like, what's the most in your personal experience, like out of left field, unexpected kink you've experienced that maybe what you didn't have to go through it or not, but like again, doesn't seem like you guys get this sprung on you,
Mm.
but like somebody wanted to maybe engage with you that you're just like, that's like I didn't expect that from you.
Most unexpected
Yeah,
kink.
out of
that
left field
someone-
kink.
Like a
That-
request, an
oh.
official request.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not judgy people, so it's
Yeah,
like
it's
hard, to
hard
be
for
like,
something
how
to be-
dare?
I mean, something that I was like surprised by is like anytime someone's like really into spit play.
Okay.
Like I was like, oh, I wasn't. Which like I'm
Like
down
spit
with.
in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm down with spit. But I was playing with spit, you know, like having this
Shout out Shiv
whatever,
Roy.
you know, like spit in the mouth, like yeah,
Do the big daddy like touch it and then slurp it back up?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Touch the tongue,
Not
just a,
yet.
just a tap,
Yeah.
yeah.
You little baby bird.
Yeah, there's. I mean, that's it's like
I'm
always
gonna play Adam
surprising
Sandler and Big
because
Daddy.
it's not something that. Yeah, I don't know. I would
Is
say
it-
I'm
I think,
more
I have a partner
surprised.
that's fully into like traditional kink, like latex,
Mm.
leather,
Old school.
like
Yeah.
the old, like the
Hippies.
greatest hits of old,
yeah.
and like the size of the
The
reaction
Eagles of sex.
to that kind of stuff is almost what surprised me. Not that was a kink, but like
Yeah.
I can literally just put this on and that does that for you.
Yeah.
Like that was
That's
surprising. to
Some
me and
guys like it
exciting.
simple, right? Like you
Yeah.
said, vanilla works for some people.
It
Not
does.
Yeah.
vanilla, but
I mean,
you
that's
know.
definitely not vanilla, but it's
Yeah.
It's like strawberry, like
Yeah.
the other side of the Napoleon.
Latex is
Yeah.
I
not
was saying
vanilla.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
Yeah.
yeah, latex
Hey,
is pretty heavily
what'd you
like
call me?
is a very traditional kink and like heavy kink thing.
Yeah.
But it's just like been around for so
For
long.
forever.
I wonder
that
what
You're
the
almost
first
like
kink
really.
was.
The first kink.
Ribs removed.
I don't know. I mean, when you think, I mean,
Serpent
God,
play.
probably like, well, I mean,
Groog, fuck
group
with your
sex.
club.
Oh, yeah.
group sex.
Yeah.
For sure.
Although we
Little-
did
little-
just do a group sex episode and we talked about how like literally early humans were having group sex.
Yeah, that's what I
Damn,
mean.
they had it
I
all
mean,
figured
like,
out,
Kink
bro.
can't
What the-
exist without the shame and the
Fucking
taboo.
pilgrims,
Yes,
dude.
that's
The
a really
pilgrims
good
fuck
point.
us.
So I think the only way you identify the first kink is to like look at when
Once you get-
society started to repress sexuality.
Yeah.
Like what
the
is
fall of
that?
the Roman Empire,
You
you
know?
know?
Ooh, with the Greeks and the little boys. Is that what you're saying?
No, I just mean like the second that like
Why
church
all
came
the little
in.
boy stuff?
It's just the Greeks.
The second that like the church got power
Right.
and we got shame,
Taxation.
and-
Puritans.
and- yeah,
Yeah.
it was sure. But even before that, like after honestly the fall of like Roman society and then we started to get more.
It's hard to
like,
pinpoint.
They were conquered by
a pendulum.
barbarians. I know those Gauls were having fun. I know it smelled crazy in there,
Yeah.
dude. But either way,
Attila Hun had that pipe.
I'm sure that you could
Yeah.
read books about this.
Yeah.
Right? There's got to
Probably.
be.
100%.
Yeah, I don't have an
100%.
answer for you. It's a
What?
great
Okay,
question.
but again, just servicing the audience and
Yeah.
myself. What's like the most common, biggest mistake you think guys make in the bedroom that they should maybe address? Is it about communication? Is it about focusing on the?
It's about
the
like
clitoris?
making a decision, like having your own plan of like this is exactly how
Plan
this
of
is going to
attack.
go.
Yes.
Like coming in with like, this is how I'm gonna fuck you, and like not being
Listen up.
Yeah, not being.
Here's the agenda.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
I would say being threatened by toys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one.
Do not
Right,
be threatened.
right.
That you are on the same team. You know,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is your
That's
teammate.
that's a great.
Have the
a
toys used
great-
on you, on the guy, or
Both.
Yeah.
Both being like, you
You
don't need
are
a
all on the
vibrator
same
because
team.
I'm here
Yeah,
is like a
that's
so
stupid
stupid.
sentence.
Oh, and I can tell you how often it happens. Where
Really?
guys are like,
Still.
what do you? Yeah, and I'm like, babe, it's not going to happen without
like-
the vibrator.
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to come or no?
The
You
best
know?
analogy I've heard, and maybe we've talked about this or this
Yeah.
or somewhere else, is like it's like being like, hey, we're gonna go 10 blocks. Like, no, we have to walk 10 blocks. We're gonna go to Manhattan from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And you don't want to take a car.
Right.
You
Or like-
know, like
It's
why?
like, okay,
Or
well,
a
you'll
e-bike.
get there.
You don't want to take the train. We're walking.
Yeah, like you
because
will
I'm
get there
so
eventually.
good at walking.
but I will be.
Like I
my
use
feet
a
will hurt after
vibrator
this.
when
Right.
I'm alone.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not an insult to your fucking dick that I
Yeah.
want to use.
Do you want to handwrite this letter or write an email?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you can
We're
get
talking
there
about
one
toxic
have
masculinity and pride and
technology.
ego
Yes.
and all
Exactly.
these
Yes,
things.
exactly. Whereas, like, as we've learned, only like less than 10% of women come from just penetration alone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Future of
Yeah.
porn. What if you get like an implant in your dick that makes it vibrate?
I'm down.
I mean,
Elon.
why not?
That'd be
You know,
sick.
why
Yeah, dude.
not?
Why
That'd be
not?
awesome.
Well,
Lithium
men,
charged cock.
first of all, men won't even like get
Hold on, babe, I gotta
vasectomies,
I gotta
so they're
charge
not
my
even.
dick.
They're not going to get a vasectomy.
Vasectomies are reversible, right?
Well,
are they?
Yeah, but
Okay.
like they won't even do that. Like they're going to police our
Even
bodies. Like they're
given
not
that
going to
they're
put a fucking
reversible.
vibrator in their dicks to make us come. you
Where are we at
know?
with
Yeah.
male birth control? What's going on
We're
there?
working on
Not-
it, but it's
not
still kind of
close
a hot
enough.
mess.
Fuck.
There
Yeah.
needs to just be a
Close
pill, dog.
What?
Seriously?
There
Oh,
is-
no, I think it's Plan B.
Yeah.
No, but
But
a male
for
pill.
you,
a male
man,
pill.
But
I
Plan
know.
B is my body.
We need a
getting
plan
Yes.
D.
by,
I've been taking them every
Plan
morning.
A.
What the
What
fuck?
about Plan A? You
Plan
know?
A. Plan A.
They're working on it.
Yeah.
There's been innovation recently.
Failed plan. Plan to fail. Plan B. Available at your local Dwayne Reed.
What about condom usage these days? Are we still seeing good
Condom-
rates
yeah,
of condom
you gotta-
usage, or is
Yeah,
that
you
falling
gotta.
off?
You gotta.
Yeah.
Condoms suck.
Listen,
dude.
I mean, if you don't
That's
use
why I got
condoms,
married.
you don't use condoms, then you got to realize that like an STIs are like just gonna happen. You know,
Okay.
if you don't use condoms, then like that's just the nature of things.
Where are we at with like STD shaming and herpes and that kind of like where are we at? What's the current
Are we
status?
shaming these motherfuckers
We're
or
working
what?
on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it. I mean, I will
Yeah.
say that there is like a lot less like herpes jokes around. Like there was like a while where like every Judd Apatow movie had like a herpes joke in it, you know?
Yeah.
And like
True.
so many people, like so much of the population, like has some form
The
of
majority
herpes.
of the population has
Yeah.
some form of herpes.
Yeah, and but
cold
for
sores
some reason-
are herpes and are
Right.
literally like the same virus. We're like,
Yeah.
oh no big deal. But a lot of people contract HSV through
Right.
cold sores.
Also, like,
so the fact that we
everything-
stigmatize the genital and are like, whatever, cold sores,
Right.
like, is actually just stigmatizing all of us.
Yeah.
Mm.
And if you're going to be sex positive, then that also has to include like STIs, sex work, like all of it. Like you can't just be like positive about like the act of sex.
Free all my
You know
sex
what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Be
You
proud
have
of
to
your
be-
That's
gonorrhea.
actually-
Yeah, well,
That's
it takes a pill, you know,
Yeah.
like that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's actually one of those mistakes going back to like no-nos in the bedroom. So
Yeah.
like, I'm clean and gross and like being stigmatizing about anything.
yeah.
Just get tested too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, just
it's not
get
that crazy.
tested. It's not that
Be
crazy.
safe. Figure out
Whatever.
how
Wrap
to
it
put
up.
on a condom.
Twice.
All
and,
of them
like,
are
double bag it.
either all of them are treatable or like maintainable. You know what I mean? Like even now we have like PrEP. Like AIDS is not
Yeah.
as big of a
Look at
threat as
Magic
it
Johnson's
used to.
thriving.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I mean even just
You
in the
rich
gay
to hell.
community, like there's a lot more. There's a lot less anxiety now that we have all of these ways to kind of like prevent and treat and maintain.
And that all comes from like talking about this stuff.
Right,
And like
exactly.
funding it
Communication,
and like
again,
putting like
foundation. Yeah,
resources
yeah.
and not being like, oh, the thing, you
right,
know?
right.
Well, besides STI shaming and not using condoms, just like dating wise, what are
Yeah.
some like the common red flags you see guys exhibiting in 2023?
The common red flags.
Yeah.
Where to begin?
Seriously, I mean, men are astounding. They
never cease to amaze you.
Truly. I mean, I just feel like again, like yesterday, someone texted me and was like, I've never met this person, matched with them on a dating app. And he was like, yo, what are you doing tonight? And I didn't respond. And he's like, it's my birthday. I want a little kiss.
Ew.
And I said,
For the birthday
and I said, babe, I've never met you. And then he was like, oh, I was just kidding. And it's just like,
JK.
just going to that immediately. Like, I've taken all mention of the podcast like off my dating
Yeah,
profiles
it's my
because
birthday.
Right. Yeah.
I went a little kiss.
Birthday boy wants a little kiss.
I know. I was like, sir, I've literally never
Such
seen you in real
such
life.
a bad
you
pickup
know?
line. It's my
Yeah.
birthday.
Was he fucked up? Was it like all like misspelled and shit?
No,
Or
it was like 2 p.m. am.
Damn, my guy
You
was getting
know?
after it.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
I know. And then he's like, no, it's all good, fam. No worries. And I was like,
Fam.
okay, whatever.
How about this? Don't call a girl fam.
Yeah.
Yo, fam. By the way,
What was,
I'm
his,
like-
what was his fit? Because we also don't know fashion red flags.
Oh, fashion red flags.
okay.
do you guys care about that?
Yes, I do. And I will
Yeah.
tell you why. Anyone
do.
that has in their dating profile pic, like a short sleeve, like floral print, like button down, like the ones
Like
that
what
you see
James
at
is
like
wearing.
no. That's like
No, I'm
vintage. No, I'm talking about the ones that you get at like menswear ID, that store that's on. Do you know what I'm talking about? It has like flamingos on it or like little like floral print.
Little
like anyone,
sailboats.
yes, like anyone who's wearing that.
I think guys
No.
think that's like the slutty clothes version for them to some degree.
Well, that's like, I'm a party boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to have fun, fam.
They're
kind of
See my shirt, fam? I
they're
have fun, fam.
partying in Murray Hill. You
Right.
know,
It's my birthday.
I was gonna say there's a certain kind of bro that is very that shirt forward.
Yes.
I think a lot of
Statement
men
shirt.
I'm
Is it different
down
in LA?
to fuck like would LA is pretty
Yikes.
no, I love LA
Oh, do they keep
fashion.
their big hats
Yeah.
on during sex?
Oh, big hats and a dating profile. That dries my
That's a
pussy
no.
up like nothing before. Like if the second I see a wide brim hat, that's an X.
It's a no.
You know, yeah,
Just
it's
right
it's
back
gonna
to
take
no.
years.
Yeah,
Just
no,
fuck
to be
your
fair,
big
there's a
boys, big ass
lot
down
of
there.
there's a lot of like boho chic and like fake wellness influencer fashion that I
Deep.
cannot get into.
Too many
but I hang out with a lot of
bracelets.
like artists
Yeah.
and like
Right.
dudes with an interesting like a hint of queer.
Mm.
So if it's like super straight fashion,
Yeah.
that's a turn
What about-
off.
what
If
about-
it feels like you could go from the office to hanging out with me, like, and it's not a cool office.
The boardroom to the bar.
Yeah.
The boardroom to the bar thing isn't great.
Right.
What about guys who do like not like Harry Styles level, but like do a little queer baiting where they're like, I'm the fun, cool, creative guy because I have like a dangly earring or because I have like a
They're
ring.
doing it well. I'm
Yes.
way into it.
Really?
There's
Okay.
a line. There's a line.
There's a
yeah.
line, and they have to have good taste. So
like if they're wearing
that's
like
sort
a
of-
woman's like something that could be a woman's blouse, like that's kind of hot, you know. But like,
I guess I'm thinking more like the guy with the sailboats, but he has like one fingernail.
Oh,
fingernail
no, I
polish.
So
Just
Craig from Southern Charm.
one
Exactly.
thing-
Yeah.
fingernail.
Exactly.
I maybe need more pictures to know exactly
Yeah.
who you
But you
mean.
can
but
smell
I
out
think what you're
authenticity
saying
is
is
what we're
like,
saying, right?
yeah,
Like,
someone
okay.
who's like
Yes.
faking something that's a little
And
bit
fake
queer
fun.
and
Yeah.
open. But if it's like Harry Styles or Bad Bunny or like someone whose
Yeah.
fashion is on point,
Bad Bunny is
and
the
it's got that
blueprint,
queerness,
you know?
like I'm wet.
because
Yeah.
he can also wear like a wife beater and like a like a gold tennis bracelet, which
Right.
is
Yeah.
hot to
Very
me.
Italian.
Yeah, which is like
know your
yeah,
type.
I know
Right,
exactly.
we get it.
Yeah.
He lives
We
with
get it.
mommy, but he
Yeah.
fucks like a
Puerto Rico,
giant,
kind of the Italy of America.
Exa-
He lives with his
yes.
mommy, but he fucks like his papa.
Like his poppy.
I'll fuck his dad too. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Oh.
probably gonna be more into
Bad
his dad
Rabbit?
than him. Yeah.
Just a bald.
Mr. Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit.
Yeah. A balding limo driver.
Okay, so this podcast that like is such a big part of your guys' lives and is
Yeah.
such a fucking like I don't know, just sick. Like, what's the best and worst thing about potting with each other?
potting with each other or
the
the
worst
podcast
thing-
in general.
Potting with one another.
You specifically. each
Okay.
other.
I mean, I'd say
Okay.
the worst thing is like that we're not on the same coast anymore.
No, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's a
Okay.
challenge. I'm sorry.
But the
Let's
best
get
thing,
more personal and be mean to each
okay.
other for the fans.
I told you how I like to be fucked, and now you're going to be mean to me.
Now use that against her.
Honestly,
okay.
space.
I don't know. Yeah, just the fact that like you're not in New York City and like we don't get to be in the same place more, like that would probably be the worst part for me.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that like we can't do this as our full-time jobs.
That's
Why
like I don't know
not?
how to get more
You
personal because
know?
like we don't
Yeah.
like fight, like we don't
Yeah.
have ugly shit.
No.
Like,
Do you see this podcast becoming your full time thing?
we
I would love that.
That's
I mean, you
great.
started doing live shows. Like those look
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I
Yeah.
couldn't make
Live
the one in
shows
New
are
York.
great. They're a
Yeah.
heavy lift, and like we're not charging a lot for tickets. So
Yeah, they're
not,
basically like a comedy
profitable.
special, and you
Yeah.
can't reuse the same show. Each
Yeah,
time,
like
you
guys
know?
on
we're writing
Patreon?
stand up
Yeah,
essentially.
we
What's
are.
that?
How's the Patreon going?
It's
okay.
decent.
Yeah.
It's decent.
It's
We
okay.
like what's a challenge for us is we talk about porn, so a lot of advertisers
Yeah.
like
Oh, true.
want to stay the
Right.
fuck away
they're
from
like,
us.
yeah, they're like,
But we're
"You
trying to
can't
level
touch it."
up. We're
Yeah.
trying
Only
to
so
like
many
build out
vibrator
our
companies and
TikTok.
shit.
Exactly.
The dream is to like make a fucking TV show.
That would
like,
be
turn
ideal.
this into like a streamer, like late
Right.
nighty, like
Yeah.
sort of sex educational, but like comedy
Yeah.
fucking show. So if you
Like
guys
real
know those
sex.
people,
Robin
Bird for
Bird.
2023.
Robin
Yeah.
Bird plus real sex.
Well, if you
plus-
like what you're hearing,
Yeah.
toss these broads 5 bones, right? Come on,
on.
guys.
What do you
on
get
our
behind the
Patreon, you also get thirst traps, which is like the closest
Ooh,
way
little
to
perk.
us
We
being on
did that during
OnlyFans.
COVID, except ours were wearing all birds.
You guys do feet
Mine are
pics?
like literally like tit pics, you
And, like,
know.
you're
feet?
getting
Yeah.
your money's worth.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Yeah, we include our
Fellas.
feet sometimes.
Patreon.com/girls on porn.
That's
the
right.
one.
There it is.
That's
Well
right.
done.
Bookmark it.
Yeah.
Laura, you are openly and in Rachel's words, famously bisexual.
I said that.
Not famously enough, honestly.
In your famous experience, are women just light years ahead of men when it comes to sucking and fucking?
I will say, I mean, yeah, I was kind of alluding to like, we like to joke that like 69ing is like straight people's queer sex.
Yeah.
Let me, let me put my nose in your ass.
Yeah. Like
It's gay sex for straight people.
Yeah.
We
like,
stole it
For
from them.
breeders.
because queer sex doesn't have a template so
Right.
firmly, it's not like we're gonna do
it's
it
like
like
abstract
we see
art.
in the straight
Yes.
porn.
Yeah.
We're creating it together.
About to
We're
go Pollock
collaborating.
mode.
We're moving together. We're like talking again about like what we like. So like, yeah, you like
We'll make
the
a Jeff
people who
Koons
come
balloon
the
animal out of this
least are
pussy.
straight women.
Loved a porn star.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
La Chicholina,
Yeah.
who also goes to a lot of fashion shows.
Isn't there a painting of them fucking or something?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a photograph. Yeah,
Oh, photograph.
I think is it a painting? I should know that.
So when you're doing it
Mhm.
with girls, there's just like there's more open canvas.
Well done.
Yeah, statistically, the demographic that comes the least is straight women.
wow.
The demographic.
What a
that-
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to
So-
America.
Sorry
The
about
demographic that
it.
comes the most.
Salute.
Gay women.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Really?
And
That's
straight
awesome.
men. Yeah.
Well, and
And
then
gay men?
straight men with a.
I would
yeah.
say gay men are busting the most nuts. No, really?
Well,
Well, they
actually,
can only-
Yeah. Is it just men in general? Actually,
I think
I
it's
forget
just-
where
yeah.
straight men
I
and gay
think we're
men
just
rank
thinking
with
about,
each
like,
other.
Women, like where women rank.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
called,
men
like, the
can
orgasm
when
gap,
men
yeah.
bust a nut, and then like usually they need to
Yeah.
hit reset and like
Mhm.
reload and
Yeah, the
Right.
other
Round
advantage we
two.
have with
Right.
vulvas
You
is
can
that
just-
we can just keep coming.
Also, here's another
man,
note
it's so easy.
I would love
it's so
to
awesome
give
being a woman in America.
your
Yeah.
92% male audience. You know, an orgasm doesn't have to signal the end of a sexual encounter.
Hmm.
You know,
You
it
don't
doesn't
say.
have to be. That doesn't have to be the end of it,
Could be
and
the
it
start.
also doesn't have to be the goal.
Ooh, well,
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be.
true.
Yeah. And honestly, like taking that pressure out
You
of
just-
the
you just-
room
Yeah, but you just
can also like light the shit up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
you
Like,
just
it
gave
can-
guys
Fucking
you just gave a lot of
fireworks.
guys an out. It's like, sorry, babe, I didn't know that orgasm was the end goal here.
Yeah,
That was
I
the-
mean,
Do you
you know.
not listen to the Throne Fish episode with the girls on porn? Ain't nobody coming.
Everyone should edge a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
just try
What do we
it.
think of the edging craze?
I think it's great.
Or gooning. You know,
Oh,
gooning.
yeah.
talked
Dude.
about gooning
What's
recently. Yeah.
gooning?
Dude, explain gooning to this man.
So gooning is like
It's like
Actually,
a state of like edging,
it's a trance
yeah,
state
Yeah.
where you're like edging to the extent that you basically like reach a level of transcendent
It's like
like
bust Nirvana.
submission
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like you haven't officially come, but you're in the place before, and you just want to like ride that train and just like
And
exist
it's
in that
called
space.
gooning.
gooning
Float.
because you look
Like
all
a goony,
gooned
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Damn, I've been
Yeah.
gooning on my whole life.
But I think edging is great. I
Call
think
them
it
the Goonies,
is
dude.
really fun. I think it's a great way to like intensify orgasms.
Yeah, it makes
it's
for
also
better
just,
orgasms.
I also think it's like fun to just be like, yeah, we're just gonna mess around for a little bit and then like save it for later.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
I had a
Put
partner.
a pin in it.
Makes
Yeah.
for better sex too, because the more in touch you are with your own orgasm and your
Yeah.
own pleasure, like edging is a way to like explore all of that.
Yeah.
So it can like light up like, do you want to wait
Light up the room.
longer?
Yeah.
Light up,
Light
the
up the sky.
room, light up the fucking.
It's not about instant gratification,
Yes.
which
Yes.
is such a problem.
And if
with
you can
society.
edge
Yeah.
and you want to make your girl come, edging is going to help you get better at like
Right.
navigating that and being
Ooh.
able
Yeah.
to like hold
Right.
off when like she's getting close so that
Oh,
you don't
true,
fucking
true,
blow.
true,
Because one of the
true.
worst things is
Exactly.
like when you are close to orgasm and you want to orgasm and he's like, whoops, like I came.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, I
And-
did it.
busted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to
Whoopsie.
pass out immediately as opposed to.
And then they're just like, go, girl.
Yeah,
You know,
rooting
keep
for
going.
you. Yeah.
Get
And
more
you're
dudes on SSRIs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That'll solve everyone's problem.
Yeah.
Rachel, real quick. So you're manager / maitre d' at Bernie's,
Yes.
right? It's
yeah.
one of New York's hardest to get tables.
Oh boy. Here
What's
we
the
go.
most asshole behavior you've seen someone exhibit beyond like the "Do you know who I am?" which
Oh,
is
sure.
my move, but like,
Yeah.
what do people do to kind of try to get in there?
Still don't know. To be
I mean,
honest.
a lot of people love to be like, they love to come up to me and be like, is Taylor here? Or like, is Zach here? And
Is
I'm like,
Bernie here?
yeah. And I'm like, if
Are
you
those
guys,
real? Are Taylor and Zach real people?
yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's
the
real,
owners.
right?
They're the
Yeah.
owners.
Oh,
And-
okay. Oh,
but,
Zach
like,
Frankel. Right?
Taylor's the chef.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
Taylor is Zach's wife, who's the
Okay.
co-owner.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So they own it together and they opened it together, whatever. It's their restaurant. And people will love to come and be like, you know, it's their way of saying, I know the owner.
Right.
But like saying
Flexing.
it like, is Taylor here? And I'm like, babe, if you knew Taylor, you would have texted her and you would have known that
Right.
she's not here, you know? Like, and so I just go, no.
Has anyone ever been like,
No.
is Rachel here to you?
No, but someone has definitely said, "Is Oliver here?" While Oliver's sitting next to me.
Really?
Right. They
And,
just
and then he goes, "Who is that?"
We're like, who's here? My friend George Washington.
Yeah.
People have definitely tried to give me money.
does that work?
And
No, well, because the way it works is like that would mean that I would have to kick someone else out of their table for them to sit down, and
Right.
I never want people to feel like they can't eat at the restaurant. You know what I mean? I don't want to have an elitist restaurant. I wish I could everyone that wants
that's
to
what's
eat
great
there.
about it.
Yeah. I wish that everyone
the
that
people.
wants to eat there can eat there. And so it pisses me off when people think that I'm like discriminating against them or
Right.
telling them that like, no, I can't fit you in tonight because I don't want them to eat there. It's like, no, babe, I literally like
Yeah.
by the time I have a table,
Look at
the
my little
restaurant-
notepad.
the
It's not
restaurant will be
physically possible,
closed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so then is there a way at all
Yeah.
to finesse?
To get in.
Yeah, at all.
I mean, sure.
He's
like
asking
well,
for himself.
Yeah. I mean,
Like if you could be like, I'm a Girls on Porn patron.
sure. I mean, I
Ooh.
always try to make it if people
Patrons eat.
Better
I
be
mean,
top
It will pay for
tier.
itself,
yeah, I
dude.
mean, I actually love when people come up and they're like, "We love the podcast." Like, I'm buying you a round of shots. You know, like
Oh.
Oh yeah.
it makes me feel so
She
nice.
gets recognized so much more
Yeah.
than I do, by the way.
It's really
No
nice.
one ever.
That's a bummer because
Yeah.
we get recognized there all the time.
I know, you guys
so
all
you
the
seem like
time
the
at
odd one
parties.
out here.
Is that an
Yeah.
LA? Is that
Maybe
an LA
it's an LA
thing?
thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just like less on the streets.
Because everyone in
you
LA
can find Rachel. Like
I'm also
Everyone in
a girl
East
on
LA has a
porn.
podcast.
Yes, everyone knows where
Yeah.
I'm at all
That's
times.
true.
You know, because
Right.
I'm just always at Bernie's. But I mean, I always try to make it work for people. Like if
Okay.
people come in and they're like near tears and they're like, "I came all the way from New Jersey.
have my tripod
Yeah,
and my
like I
ring
really want to
light.
eat here. Like, is
I want to
there
go viral
any
on
way?"
TikTok.
I'll
took a
be like,
tunnel and a
babe, like
bridge.
I will try to make it work for you. Like hang out. I'm also calling everyone babe, by the way. Everyone's
Yeah,
babe.
you're not
everyone's
special,
honey.
babe.
You know, I'm like, baby, I will try like hang out, but it might be at 9:30. You
Right.
know,
Right.
and if they're
Chill at
like,
the bar.
fuck you.
Have 7 martinis.
Yeah. Like, if
Frosty
people are
buns.
come to hang. Like, no, you're gonna hang.
Yeah.
If people are nice to me, but you'd be surprised at how many people are mean to me.
Oh, God.
Especially because I'm a woman.
What do you do? How do you kick him out? Like, are you mean back?
No, I mean, like the
Come
other
with
night, like
kindness?
a woman literally made me cry,
Oh, what a
and
fuck-
I
What
was
did
just
she?
like,
What did she do? Can we ask?
yeah, of course. So, I mean, there is a right way and a wrong way to like go out to a restaurant. And she was doing it the wrong way. She was like going out and like smoking cigarettes throughout her meal, and you know, it's just like
Uh-oh.
in
Is that a faux pas?
It was
Well,
me in a wig.
But like, I don't know. Wait till you're
was
done
Larry
with your
being a
meal.
little
Like if
gay.
you're waiting for like, but like she was like in the middle of her wedge salad. Like it was like,
Oh,
I need
come
you to
on.
like keep it going.
Right.
You know.
Let's
Was
course.
she
You
alone?
got to course out the
gotta
six.
course
No,
out
she
the
was with like a
six.
bunch of people.
Okay.
Whatever. They
Wow.
were European. So they
Well,
were like
there-
used
well,
to
there
a
it
different.
is.
Well, they're used to a different
We
style.
can
of-
discriminate against
No,
Europeans.
they're used to a
when it
different
comes
style
to
of
restaurant
service.
behavior.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're eating for 4 hours.
Exactly.
They're not
Culture.
tipping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're eating for, a very quick amount of a long amount of time, whatever. She got really mad at me because I was like, hey, if there's any way, like we just need the table back. Like, do you guys mind just like getting your dessert outside or whatever? Like, I'm happy to put you at a table outside because there was like no one wanted to eat outside because it was kind of cold. And she basically was like, is this legal? Like, are you kicking me out of the restaurant? And I was like, no. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just was wondering because we have a very long wait, like, is there any way that you could have your dessert outside? Like, I'll buy your dessert. And she, freaked out at me, whatever, was like, I ruined her evening. Like, she's never
Oh,
spoken to
shut
like
up.
this before.
Bitch, this ain't Taco Bell and fourth meal.
like,
Fucking take your dessert outside.
I
dude.
should be so lucky that she's such a nice person. I hope that she hopes that I learned
Such
from
a
this
nice person.
mistake.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like berating me in front of like the whole, and I just had to sit there and be like, okay, I'm sorry.
All right, well,
I'm really
here's
sorry.
the $1 million question: were they French?
Spanish. Yep.
Nope.
The new French.
They were
I'm telling you.
Spanish. They were Spanish.
I'm telling you.
Honestly, a lot of racist people are
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
Spanish. But like, whatever. Like all I want is for everyone to like come to the restaurant and be happy and have a good time.
Yes.
And so like I take it really personally when someone is like sad or upset or like had a bad
You're an empath.
time.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, I felt horrible that like she
Ugh.
said that I ruined her evening, And I like
Don't
went
take on
outside and
this
had to
bitch's
cry.
Right.
But yeah, because all we want to do is just make sure everyone's like having a
Right.
great evening and having a party and
Well,
you know.
for those listening, I think the takeaway is extend your welcome and you'll get a free
Yeah.
dessert.
Sure.
Bought by Rachel.
Yep.
Sure.
That's
I
the
mean,
takeaway for sure.
I've done worse. Like,
Overstay your welcome
there are
and
definitely times where I'm like, I'm buying people a round of shots because I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys are so great. I want you to stay and hang, but like, we do have to
Right.
keep things moving. And, if there's any way, and like, there have been plenty
This
of
is
times.
now encouraging people to be shitty and stay
I
too
know.
long.
Oh,
No.
God.
It's
Sorry.
having it.
Okay.
It's going to have a adverse
This is going
effect
to be a
on
bad.
you.
Yeah,
It's a
this is
test.
bad.
I'm looking
yeah.
out for you.
We
and
have
I'm
to
like,
cut
she's
this
not
out. We have
buying
to edit
shit.
this part of the we have to edit this part of the
Wait.
pod out.
Laura, what's your Bernie's order?
Ooh.
Yeah, what are the can't misses for the people that are now about to finesse their way?
Or like your
Yeah.
personal, like what's your journey? Take us from
Shrimp
that.
cocktail in honor of Rach.
Sure,
It's an
yeah.
amazing shrimp cocktail.
It's my
So
favorite.
good.
Love the
My
Caesar
favorite.
salad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just perfectly executed.
Yes.
Over the wedge.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm
same.
going Caesar
Really?
over the wedge.
I prefer the Caesar.
to
as
be
well.
honest.
Yeah.
I'm an odd man out.
I'm also
All right.
into the
Oh,
shrimp
that's fair.
scampi. I'm like getting
whoa.
into the seafood, I guess.
Yeah.
Clams?
Down with the clams.
So good.
Love the clams.
Insane.
What are you drinking?
And the chicken, the vinegar chicken.
Yeah,
Vinegar
of course.
chicken.
Obviously.
The vinegar chicken? Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe the most underrated.
Both of the
element.
chickens
'Cause
with the
everyone's like,
vinegar.
Everyone's getting burgers.
Yeah, it's burgers.
And
A burger's great, but that's not what I'm like
Oh, the
seeking
French
out
onion dip. Oh my
necessarily.
God, people are
Yeah.
sleeping on
Yeah,
that shit.
I
That's a
know.
vinegar
banger.
chicken
Really
and the Caesar
good.
salad has been my go-to combo for a minute now.
Oh,
Yeah,
We're in your
it's
healthy
very
boys.
good.
No,
Is it?
Even before that.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's your Bernie's order, Rachel?
I usually get I eat there 5 days a week. So
God damn it, I want your life.
I'm usually getting a scampi with fries.
And
And I dip the
carbo
fries.
loading.
I dip the fries
in like the butter sauce?
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
always extra
Savage.
sauce.
Yeah,
It's a
instead
good
of the
call.
bread, but the bread is really good.
Yeah.
I also eat a lot of like veggie burger, no bun, no cheese because it's bikini season.
Mhm.
What
Bikini
else?
season.
Yeah, those
I
are
would,
kind
I
of
would like to
my
say that the
go-to.
wings, which is a recent addition,
Yeah,
which I only had
uh-huh.
for the first time the last time we saw you there,
Mhm.
were incredible.
Oh, thank you.
And the best part was we were there with an Italian man who had never had a buffalo wing before.
No, no.
I remember this. I
Wow.
spoke
Before.
Italian with your friend.
That's right, with Enrico.
Yeah.
It was his second ever buffalo wing, and he definitely didn't have it like
Right.
Yeah.
that way,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is grilled.
Grilled.
I believe.
Yes, it's
Which-
grilled. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And then the ribs.
Like
People sleep on the
blackened.
ribs. And I
Yeah,
got clowned when I
yeah.
got ribs last time.
I'm
Which is
so
a funny-
hungry.
I
funny
know.
move.
I know.
Sorry.
Well, we're almost
it's
done.
all right.
We're
I
almost
just
done.
We're proud of
realized
the
I
way
need to eat.
Yeah.
The last question before we get to the next topic of the podcast, Rachel, for you, and maybe for you too, Laura, I don't know.
Yeah.
Rachel, how's your sugar daddy doing?
Oh, he's our joint sugar daddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, he doubled up.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's our
I like
joint
to
sugar
refer
daddy.
to him
Yeah.
as our fin sub.
Yeah, he's sort
Which
of
is
a
a
different
different
more
thing.
than a
He's your
sugar.
fin sub? Like,
He's
do you have
much more of a
access
sub
to his
than he is a
card?
daddy.
No, but we're
no,
mean
he's not
to
quite
him.
there.
Okay.
We're
He
mean
likes
to
to
what she
be-
wants, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
yes,
likes
yes.
to be.
How mean?
It's a fine line.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a
How does
delicate
it-
dance because he wants to simultaneously be our friend
Mhm.
and also be like, I'm pathetic and I would
Mhm.
never have a chance in the world of like being in your life in a real
If it
way.
wasn't
Yeah.
For me.
So
Um,
how do you start a conversation with him where the end goal is to like get him to purchase something for
Oh,
you?
I'm very
Yeah.
direct. I'll literally be like, "Hey, it's been a while, and I need this for vacation coming up. Like, do you want to buy this?"
You fucking
He's
loser.
also like on a budget though, so it's like
I know.
He's like, did
It's
they-
like
did
they're
they take
definitely-
Klarna?
It's not like a
It's-
true fin sub. And
Right,
then
right,
he's
right.
like
Yeah.
got money to burn, and it's
Yeah.
like that whole power dynamic.
This is how he
that-
chooses to spend his discretionary
Right.
income is lavish, both of y'all.
So you can
Right,
only ask
yeah,
for
right.
gifts that take installation payment.
I literally take installation
Yes.
payments sometimes. Like he
Yes.
bought me a credenza, and it took like months.
He bought me a couch.
You put it on layaway, dude.
He bought me a couch. Yeah, and it took a few.
But that's
weeks.
fire.
In his
Yeah,
head,
it was
he's
like
like,
a
oh, one day we'll
$1,000
fuck on this couch, or it's not even
No,
about like
it's
sexual.
not even about
Sometimes
that.
it's quite indirect. He does request feed
Yeah.
pics sometimes, and that's
He
the
pays
most
for my nails a lot
transactional
of the
thing,
times,
and wants
my
a pic
nails.
of the
Oh, he
Of what?
wants to see.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
nails and the feet after
Sure.
I've gotten
The
them
petty
done.
or a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fire.
He
Yeah.
would buy us. He buys us a lot of shoes.
Was
because
this
he
a
wants to
seeking
see-
arrangements situation, or just like he just ended up? in your
He-
Damn,
Rachel
yeah.
vetted him.
Yeah.
He like approached Rachel, and
Yeah,
Rachel's
he
less of
DM'd.
like a cunt than I am. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
don't talk to me. Like you're a
Yeah,
creep.
I like.
She
to
was
dip
like, no,
in.
he's harmless, and he just likes to buy gifts. And I was like, okay. And we do
Yeah.
it via like Amazon lists.
Obviously,
So we have like
we don't
identity
want to dox the
protection.
guy putting credenzas and couches
Sure.
on layaway.
Yeah.
I would just love to know, like, how old is he?
Middle aged,
Middle-aged. He also doesn't live in America.
Oh.
which makes it feel
Feels-
safer.
Feels better.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
sure. There's that element too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where he-
like he's not like
he's not
nearby.
gonna just pull
He's
up.
not gonna like.
Yeah.
And
pop
there
up.
was moments
Yeah.
where like I like broke up with him once because I was like, you're
Damn.
requiring too much of me. And then he was like, okay, I promise, like I won't ask you too much. I won't text you too much. Like,
yeah, we keep him in a certain lane. He
Yeah.
sends a lot of like memes and videos,
And I'm like, I don't
There-
want to do
there's
that.
a group
yes to
chat.
animal stuff,
No.
no,
It's
to
like
people
in between
falling
the shit
down.
then.
Okay, got it.
All my
Yeah.
sugar daddy's foreign.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
All
I
right.
mean, there are definitely like I had an Amazon wish list and then it was popping off for a little bit and then I just kind of stopped.
Nice.
It's a lot to like.
Let's get that. Fucking
Yo, let me get
know,
can I get a
I
48 pack of toilet paper?
Yeah. I mean, I was getting like the
Yeah.
scary, like weird, like Shein stuff that's on
Mm.
Amazon. You know?
Yeah, there's not another service that is also like anonymous that you can put out a
Right.
gift list that
Right.
isn't like a fucking
There
wedding
needs
registry.
to be, yeah, there needs
and
to
even
be
the wedding
better.
registries aren't like private enough. So like,
Do you think
it's
Amazon
all
knows
Amazon.
that? Do you think Amazon knows that they're like wish list product. He's like
Oh
a
my God,
very
they
sex
must.
worker friendly.
Every sex worker has an Amazon wish
Yeah.
list in their
Yeah, they
bio.
must be aware of it.
Sex work also. That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
All lists are Amazon wish lists.
And there's no conscientious consumption under capitalism either, James. So.
Thank you from the
You
guy.
said so we didn't have
From the guy
to.
with streetwear stickers on his back.
Yeah. I hope it's not catching on video. It's my most embarrassing quality.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's get to the next segment of the podcast, which
Yeah.
is called, if you haven't been through it already, Dad Ass.
Since we haven't touched on it, it's
I
a
know.
dedicated segment to sex and dating.
Okay.
Meats and cheeks.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think we've really.
we haven't
We
really
haven't talked nearly
really
enough
scratched
about
the
we haven't
sex.
breached.
What is the worst date that each of you have been on?
I could do it.
Go, babe.
I don't know if it's the worst one, but it's one of my favorite stories.
Let's go.
Pretty bad. Met him on Raya. So like, and I hadn't been on Raya much, but like had expectations that meant something. It didn't. I think he advertised himself as a content creator, and that turned out he worked the front desk of an acting school. God, I hope
Fuck
he's not
yes.
listening. But just like
Was he
the-
hot
no.
traditionally?
So like he was sort of cute in the app, but then the thing in real life was like, oh, it's not quite coming together.
Catfish.
So I like immediately was like, I want to get out of here. He had chosen a really unfortunate bar that had like punk
Horses.
music playing. It was horses. There was a dead cat there. Why was
I don't know. It was weird. Yeah.
he like it was like too loud. It was like entirely vibes were off. So we ended up like relocating like multiple times.
Oh.
And this is LA, so like you have to
Separate
fuck
cars?
it. Like it's no, we're walking, but like the walk is epic. So I'm like, I already know I only want one fucking
Wait,
drink
did
and
he
I want to go.
Did he own a car?
I'm sure he did. But we're
Okay.
like, we can just go right over there.
Right.
But
Got
it's
it.
still
Over
not
the-
really
yeah,
right
yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
One block is like
One
half a
block, you're
mile
like
away.
on the fucking highway.
Yeah.
Like, how is that happening? And he's telling me a story that gets drawn out because we're relocating. And this story is about how when he worked at Little Caesars years prior, somebody took a shit into the sauce vat.
oh my god.
So I'm just being
Damn,
told
dude.
like a saucy shit story that was
Saucy
like
shit
not
story.
there were no events. The whole
Yeah.
story is that someone shit in the sauce and they didn't call everyone they had already sent pizza to. Be
Oh
like,
my,
don't eat
my
the pizza.
god.
Yeah.
That's the whole story. I just did it in 30 seconds and somehow it was a 45-minute story where all we're talking about is shit in marinara sauce.
So second date or
no. Gratefully, this is right before the pandemic. The silver lining of the
Wow.
pandemic is like I didn't have to ghost
You
him.
didn't have to do. Yeah.
You're
I
like,
could just
sorry.
be like, I'm not gonna hang out with anybody. Sorry. And I think he did be like, yeah, well, maybe we can hang out later. And I was
you want
like,
to walk?
No.
This is making me think of the Little Caesars meme where it's a guy taking a selfie in his car eating Little Caesars, and it's Little Caesars taste so good when you ain't got a bitch in your ear telling you it's nasty.
Well, turns out it is.
it is, man. Joke's on him, I guess.
I also had a bad date from someone that I met on Raya. He.
Are we anti-Raya?
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like the tide has turned on Riot, right? Like,
Yeah.
It hasn't lived up to
It
its
really
like it was
hasn't.
supposed to be
Who's
like
the
creme
biggest-
de la creme.
who's the biggest
like
match you
invite
had on there?
only? What's that?
Who's the biggest match you had on there?
Like
I was
the
on
most
there. That was like the
famous?
first date I went on with Raya, and
think
it
you
like
deleted
scared
it.
me off. I was like, "Fuck
Okay.
this!" Like I haven't been back since.
No
I've
celebs.
seen a lot of celebs, but I haven't matched with anyone.
Who you try?
But oh yeah, like Bad Bunny,
Diplo, Bad Bunny,
yeah, Diplo, Chris Rock,
Chris Rock?
Michael Che.
Oh, well, yeah.
Who else? Yeah, those are like kind of the biggest ones where I was like
Wow.
Chelsea Handler. I had
Mm.
guys and girls on there.
Nice.
Just for fun.
So she had
Um,
girls and guys as well.
No, I think it was just I don't know if I think if you just have girls, like you can see everyone because technically it's like a connecting app.
I saw Cara Delevingne on there. I was like, wait, I
Yeah.
thought she was gay, but
But I think
or
you can also
we-
be on there for like anyone, and you can just be making friends.
All right.
You know.
So what was your bad date?
My bad date was this guy from Raya. He was this British doctor who was a
Ugh.
producer on Dr. Oz. And I met up
Damn,
with him.
dude.
Yeah.
Political strategy.
I'm already concerned.
I know. So
Yeah.
I met up with him and I was like, oh, British, like hot, you know? I was in a phase and we met up like in Chelsea Piers for like a picnic. And he like asked me
Like
if I
in the
had any,
gym?
yeah, like basically he was like, he asked me if I had any dietary restrictions. I was like, oh, I don't really eat, like, you know, I try not to eat like a lot of like bread and cheese, whatever.
All
and
the
he
good
was,
shit you eat on a picnic.
yeah. And he was like, well, it's going to be pretty fucking hard, you know? And I was like, okay, so this guy hates
It's gonna
me.
be a bit difficult,
Yeah.
darling.
And he's like, well, I'll try. And then he showed up and he was an hour late. And I was just sitting there sweating wedding.
You
And
stayed an hour?
Yeah. And he was
You
like,
really wanted
sorry.
healthcare so bad.
Yeah, he was like, sorry, I'll be there so soon. Really long line at Whole Foods. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then he gets off his bike and he was a lot shorter than he told me he was, which I was like, okay,
You went on a
whatever.
David
What-
Oliver twist.
What was the height difference between what he
It was
said
a
and
few inches,
That's
you know.
pretty
He said he was
egregious.
5'10", and I was like, baby,
What
you're
was he?
5'7",
Okay.
you know.
what's your height? Because
I'm
You're
almost
tall. Are you
5'9".
tall?
Yeah.
I'm not tall.
what are your height cutoffs?
5'9".
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to date someone. I don't mind being a little taller than someone, especially if I'm wearing heels. But I have body dysmorphia, so I don't like to feel big. You know, like I don't really like to
So
feel
5'7".
Yeah, that's a little too. But I mean, I've hooked up with someone who was like 5'6".
How big
Yeah,
was
we're just
it?
not taking any pictures
He was-
together, but I
he
will
was-
fuck you.
a
You'll
little-
suck his
he was
dick
pretty
to make him feel
he's
better.
kind of
but
famous.
Oh,
he's
shit.
real famous,
5'6".
and he was good and bad.
Hell yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Can you imagine?
Damn, dude.
No,
Laura, do you have a
no.
height? Do you have a height minimum cutoff?
I don't really have a firm cutoff.
Yeah.
Like not. I'm only like 5'4" and a half.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
it's not as like so much of a challenge.
Not an
to
issue.
feel
What if they're like 7'2"?
I'm bigger than
Yeah.
you.
Right. right.
Just super tall is a little intimidating. Like there,
Yeah.
it's almost like there's maybe extreme ends to
Right,
both.
right.
Like both
Yeah.
sides of the spectrum could be like I don't know.
So
Mostly for the concern of the dick being too big. you
Yeah.
see.
Oh, I see.
Not
Yeah.
to say that I judge anybody with too big of a dick, but
Yeah.
like
We don't body shame.
No,
we're not
never.
body shaming anybody.
You
but
fucking
yeah.
freaks.
We're not shaming anyone
You monsters.
about anything.
With huge
kickstand ass
monster
motherfucker.
cocks.
Okay, so the British guy pulls up
Oh yeah,
late,
supposedly
short,
whatever,
on
and
his
then
fucking
he's like,
trolley.
yeah, basically on his fucking
on
wagon,
his tricycle.
Yeah.
No,
And-
his penny
His
fart.
penny fart.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, he starts talking to me. He's like telling me that he listened to my podcast, and he's like, and he told me he had a few notes
What?
for the pod.
I don't
great
walk into surgery
opener.
and be like, hey, by
Yeah,
the way.
he's like, well,
Yeah.
I have done this. I was a producer. You do.
Oh,
he
right,
was
you
like,
worked on Dr. Oz.
and he
He's
was
not
like,
Dr.
so
Oz.
you do say the word like a lot, and
Oh.
it's kind of annoying
And
to
you're a-
listen to.
Why don't you like?
And I
This
was
is
like
early in the
notes to
date?
yourself,
Yeah, and
like-
I was like, okay, well, that's a personality trait, babe.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going
Why
anywhere.
don't you like fuck off?
Yeah, I was like, I was born in
Damn.
89. I don't know what to tell you.
I was born by this way.
I say like a lot, and then he told me that he like thought that I should rearrange like the structure of the show, and I was like, okay, this is weird. You're sort of like mansplaining to me like how to make my
My own
podcast,
show.
and I
Yeah,
didn't
there's
ask
literally
for
girls
it.
in the title.
I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
And then
Well, usually
I really
mansplaining
wanted to
is
see.
unsolicited, if I
He
can
invited me back to
mansplain
his
right now.
apartment,
Yeah.
and I really wanted to see where he lived because I knew he had money.
Mm.
And
Money,
he
honey.
insisted
Money.
that we took a city bike, and after I told him I didn't want to, I was wearing a dress, and he made me take a city bike, and I was like, I'm
E-bike or
no regular city bike.
oh,
Maybe he was a sneak sniff.
Wait, why are you so determined on his apartment at this point?
'Cause I was like-
I would have peeled away when he insulted me saying like.
I want to know how he
would've
hangs up
walked
his
away at
penny
that
farthing.
I
moment.
mean, it gets worse, you guys. It gets a lot worse.
let's go.
no.
Yeah, so I get to his apartment, and it is nice. And I'm like trying to I'm like,
Steal
can I get
something.
around this? You know, I make him take the BDSM test in front of me, and he was 100% vanilla. Which if you guys have never taken, you should take.
100%
Okay. The
vanilla.
BDSM
Like
test.
really 100%
How
vanilla?
many
Vanilla.
questions is it?
You think
There's
it would
a
like
lot,
break
but-
the test?
No, I
didn't
mean,
know
no,
that was
it's like
possible.
because it goes like each thing is like a
Yeah.
percentage.
he wasn't trying to like impress you by being like,
No.
oh, I like doggy style.
No,
Okay.
he wasn't.
At the very least.
Yeah,
And then-
something. I don't know.
What's am I, an animal?
Somehow we end up hooking up.
Woofy
And
woof.
You still hooked up with this guy?
yes, yes,
You are
yes.
glutton for
Rachel,
I know, I am.
You're a
I have.
masochist.
I know. My bar
Somehow.
is
You
in
need to
hell.
value
It's so low. It's in hell.
yourself. Yeah.
I ended up hooking up with this guy, and he was like, when I was leaving, he's like, just do me a favor, like don't like talk about me on your podcast.
Oh, as
And
if
I
he
said-
was so worthy.
And I said, babe, you didn't do anything. I sucked your dick. Nothing happened.
uncircumcised British guy?
Yeah, uncircumcised.
Did you blow a balloon animal?
Interesting, you know that.
Yeah.
So you're, well,
I
European.
I like
Yeah.
uncut. I
Oh, yeah,
prefer
preference.
uncut.
Do you prefer?
Yeah.
This is an
uncut.
uncut podcast.
Yeah.
Listen, I
No, I'm
big
cut.
fan of dicks
I mean,
across
sorry,
the board.
We are
Uncut,
cut.
Raw.
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah. No, I
Love
cut.
The content's uncut.
I'm
the dicks
Jewish.
are cut.
I will be in heaven with my perfectly cut penis.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good for you.
I love all cocks. The draw for the uncut.
All cocks matter.
all
It's
cocks matter.
true.
The draw with the uncut cock is often more sensitive,
Yeah.
so that
that's
can
why.
be.
It's more sensitive with the foreskin.
Yes.
Yes,
yeah,
believe
but
that.
if they're body surfing, it's more drag on the aerodynamics.
Yeah.
on the nautical dynamic. You know, what I
For
mean?
all
The
those guys I
hydrodynamics.
fuck who like to
do
get
like
on paddle boards
uncut penis.
and
I
body
do.
surf into
Mhm.
the
Real quick,
shallow waves.
because Rachel, you kind of alluded to hooking up with the famous person, Laura.
Yes.
What about you? You got any celebs on the kill list?
Yes, and you won't be getting their names.
I know.
Can we get them off mic at least?
I'll give them to you. I have a few. I can give them to you off mic for sure.
Fuck
Do you meet them on Raya or just
No,
like
I
DMs?
just well, I used to work in nightlife.
Mm.
You know, we were both actresses.
Right.
You know,
We're in the industry of
Yeah.
oft famous people. So
Yes.
it's not necessarily that.
we run in
You dabble.
circles.
We run in some circles.
Well, I can't
this-
wait to hear these. Sorry, guys.
This is a fashion
Become a
podcast.
patron.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do it.
This is a fashion podcast, so we do want to know what are your go-to like third date or not even third date, maybe it's a fucking British picnic, like
Yeah.
your fuck me like your slutty fuck me fits. What do you know it's
Ooh.
on?
Okay.
this jumpsuit with the button, the button missing.
Yes.
Fuck me stuff.
My closet is all Reformation. Like a little Reformation.
She loves to get
slip
reeled in the
dress.
sundress.
So all fuck me shit.
Yes.
What would Martin
Yeah.
Luther think?
It's just,
It's like
I mean,
John
it's
Wick
just
with
like a little,
guns.
it's,
Yeah.
and like, I'm not wearing no bra, just panties, just can slip off the
Got
shoulder
it.
and be naked at any moment.
This isn't
You
that
know.
slutty, but it's fail safe, and I am a bisexual. A crop tee, just
Okay.
like a
Right.
very like
That's a flare
crop
to
falling
all
apart,
genders.
like
Yeah.
holes
Yeah.
in it, crop
Two.
tee, or like you're getting the abs. And
You
it's
see a
just
fellow
like
crop
gust
top,
of
whether guy or
wind.
girl, you know that they're into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on
Flaunt
a
it
good,
if
a
you
good
got it.
path.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's get into the third and final topic of this podcast. Money, guys.
Yeah.
How much money do you make?
Ooh.
Not enough.
Your
I
page is not public.
where what?
The
Your
Patreon.
Patreon is not public.
It's not public. We don't have like. Do we have a public one? That
What do you
where,
mean that
people
it's
can just
not-
go?
For us, you can see, and this is a choice that you can make as a creator. It's
Oh, you
the
mean
amount
like
of
whether-
patrons and money.
Oh,
yeah,
how
we
much
don't
we're
share
making.
that,
Yeah,
no.
because it's pitiful.
Not after
I
this.
don't. Oh, God, I'm not going to tell you how much money I make. I'll
Okay.
tell you that
Most
I
guests
have.
don't.
I'll tell you. Really?
Yeah, we
Okay. Yeah, I won't tell you.
Wait, you guys go first, because
Yeah.
that'll inform
What
whether
numbers are
I'll
public?
say.
Yeah.
On
No,
the
but like,
Patreon.
how much is the podcast full time? Like, this is
Yeah.
a whole. Okay, so just tell me because I don't have to look it up later.
Not enough.
Yeah, I
Not
would like
enough.
more.
Yeah.
How much monthly?
I make great.
Oh, on the
I
on
love
the
my
23
job.
grand.
I
23
pay
grand
very
that you
well.
split?
Patreon is our foundation. I will shout out the Throw Gang, shout out the Throat Gang.
Yeah.
No, they fucking, speaking of getting throated, they take care of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we try
that's
to
nice.
take care of that.
23K
Oh, absolutely.
is
Two-way
super
street, dude.
impressive.
We're not
Yeah.
fin doms.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
What's your best content?
Our-
Like, what are you giving them?
Pod.
Just extra
it's,
podcasts.
like
It's
extra.
bonus
It's
content.
just content
It's
behind
bonus
a
content with
paywall.
you guys that we're going to get into. It's a full episode, like hour and a half of just us.
Oh,
It's
Watching you guys, by the way, like we're gonna make money off of women's bodies.
So if you could
tale
kick
is old as
that-
fucking
you could kick
time.
that back to us. That'd be
yeah.
tight.
We'll give you a percentage. We'll go on your podcast.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's right.
Perfect.
People don't even know that this is a what are they?
Perfect.
What are they?
Pod swap, baby.
Pod swap crossover.
It's a crossover. Epi.
It's $60.90 for podcasts.
Yes.
There
It's
it
group
is.
sex. Let's
What do
be
you guys
real.
like to
Yeah.
spend your hard-earned money on? Besides Reformation,
Going out to
besides-
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
that's
too
what I'm
many
doing, yeah.
meals out.
are you a fellow,
Definitely
are you a fellow
clothes.
gourmand? Because we know
I'm
Rachel.
not as advanced as Rach. I'm a little food sluttier. Like I'm just
Rachel
an
eats
eater.
at the chillest restaurants.
Yeah,
Me too.
Rachel is who I ask when I'm like in a new city and I'm like, where do I go?
Yeah.
Even in LA, I didn't fucking heard of horses. That's
I know.
embarrassing. Like
Yeah.
that's how I heard of horses.
Oh, wow.
We need to talk
Yeah.
about horses less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do spend a lot of money just on food, on
Yeah.
clothes
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. I'm an Instagram, like they'll get me. They'll find me and I'll be like,
Oh,
oh,
like the targeted ads.
buying this. They
Yeah.
really the
Apple Pay, you
capitalism, they did
motherfucker.
it. They
I
did
know.
it
They serve
good.
you up like a goddamn tennis ball.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
learned what I like.
Close in restaurants, but mostly restaurants.
That's
I
like us, too, I
love
feel
to go
like.
out
Yeah.
to eat.
Yeah.
What are your like?
Also nice furniture.
Yeah.
I was
Nice
talking about
furniture.
a credenza earlier, but like I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for like Sunbeam Vintage, just
Not
like
a
down
way-
the street from me.
Not a Wayfair bitch.
Yeah.
That Wayfair bitch. No, I love
I'm a
like
bitch around
a
the way.
vintage
Not when
piece,
some European
you
guy's
know?
putting it on layaway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
Rachel, what are your go-tos right now? Your tops
That I'm
in
going
New
out
York?
to
in New
eat?
York. In New York.
Well, the places
Besides
that
Bernard's.
yeah, the places that I'm going to eat the most, I probably go to, aside from my own restaurant, I go to Chez Maton a lot.
Shave my taint.
Yes.
Not
I
really-
go to
Not really a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Never been.
Really? Oh, I highly recommend. Have you guys
Well,
been
now
to,
I don't know.
okay, have you been to Le Crocodile?
Yeah.
I love Le Crocodile. I'm in same chefs. I really like El Pinguino because I'm like a European. I love like a snack, you know?
I hate being charged $22 for someone to open a can of
sure.
tin
I
fish
hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
That's fair.
and give me like 6 saltines.
Yeah,
Like,
fair. Where else have I been? I mean, Servo's is probably my favorite restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah,
love it.
I love Servo's.
Hits every time.
where did I go recently? Oh, I went to La Rock for the first time.
What do you think?
Love.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of people. I know a lot of people that work there.
Right.
So, because I've been working
You
in
had the best
restaurants.
experience.
Yeah, I've been working in restaurants
Yeah.
for so long in New York City that like I feel like everywhere
That's
I go,
where you could find yourself a fucking
Yeah.
domestic
Well, you got
sugar
plugs
daddy.
everywhere
Yeah.
I go, I know someone.
La Rock
which
could
is
Bitch is
be
a
really
damn
nice.
charger, dude.
Yeah.
She's
La Rock
plugged in
is a
everywhere.
fucking
It's really
Just
feeding
go in
frenzy
and look
of-
confused. That's the new
Yeah.
dating thing, right?
Can you help me? Yeah. Or sometimes I'll just go in and be like,
lost.
"You're Rachel from Bernie's." You know what I mean? Which is
No,
really
I mean
nice.
for the sugar daddies that
Oh,
are
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you just have
Sorry.
to wander or like go to the.
Oh, I'll just go
bar.
straight
Can
to
you
the bar.
order for
Yeah, like,
me?
read
I'm
the
so
book by yourself.
confused.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to the oldest man I can find. I'm gonna talk to.
Hell yeah.
People really eat
Same.
snails.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I'm gonna be like, "What are you drinking?"
Oh,
Yeah.
You know?
I
You
think
go.
of ordering the
Are you here?
sausage.
I'm on such a
Are
good
you-
date with Rachel this whole recording.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Are you here alone or? Okay.
Yeah, I just
Are you
came
waiting
to
on
read my
somebody?
book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, guys,
Yeah, no, I'm here alone.
We do want to thank you for coming on to the Only Podcast Matters.
Thank you.
Before we get into the bonus content,
Yeah.
we see you out here doing your thing separately, doing your thing together.
Mm.
We're so stoked to come on Girls on Pod tomorrow. Girls on Porn, sorry, pod tomorrow. Before we get you out of here and into the bonus content, we'd love to offer up some constructive criticism because as well as you're doing, we'd love to see you guys do even better.
Yeah.
So if you'll allow us to give you some constructive criticism, take it or leave it. How is it?
Oh my god.
I'll go first.
Oh my god. We
Okay.
say like too much.
I know. Yeah.
Fuck the patriarchy. Let's tear this bitch down. Let's flip the script, the power dynamics, and become sugar mamas.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The pod's killing it.
I mean, well,
Stop eating La Rock and start feeding La Cock.
you think? Baby, I'm not making that much money, but I mean, I do see that in my future.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
you'd
gonna
be
be-
into it.
I would be I'm ready to be a cougar. You
I know
know?
I
yeah.
am cougar.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I am. Are you kidding? Look at me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
What's the best way for the Throat Gang to get in contact with you guys? Is it DMs?
Yeah, DMs for sure. Girls on Pern, porn without the O.
Pern.
And then you can find our.
Sound Australian.
We're going to be
Our-
tagging all your
yeah,
personals
perfect,
too.
perfect,
We'll
yeah.
make the harassment as easy as possible.
Yeah. Or girlsonpornpodcast@gmail.com.
And yeah, if you do open with a DM and you want to give us money, start there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like, don't be
let's
like,
keep it-
hi, how's your day? Like, just
Yeah.
get to the
Yeah.
point.
Let's keep it officious, people.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
And like respond to me when I go back, you know, because one guy was like, "Hey, do you do like dick pic ratings?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. They cost $50." And then he never
Ooh.
responded.
$50, girl, you're not
Oh,
charging
boy.
enough.
damn.
The dick broke.
I do
Yeah.
a dick pic rate. I do a full review of a dick pic, but I'm going
Really?
to charge a lot more than $50.
Okay, fair.
Are you-
I'll do
You're
I'm
right.
going to
50.
charge per word.
Are you fair? Are you like
Okay, Glenn O'Brien.
are you like
okay, Mark Twain?
are you like effusively like are you giving praise or are you like
Yeah, I mean,
are
we're
you
like a
fair and
porn
firm?
review podcast. So if you want me to like give you my criticism, which has
Yeah.
been vetted.
RateByDick.com was an early like internet 1.0 success.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
I
a
didn't
big
even
thing.
think about that. That should be like a Patreon offering.
Shout out
but
Mark
you can just-
Zuckerberg.
you can DM. You can DM and like Venmo
Yeah.
me and
Yeah.
I'll give you a
I'll
review.
write your dick.
Hell yes.
Oh, I'd be
All right.
great at that. This is
Yeah.
actually an idea.
Yeah,
Look at
for
her.
sure.
Yeah,
Her
normally
producer brain is
See
just,
the wheels turning.
normally
swirling.
the bid is we give you guys really bad advice, but I feel like we're cooking with gas.
No,
that's-
you
It could be a-
are.
it could be a whole account where you post the
Cooking with
review,
jizz.
Yeah.
but not the.
Hell yeah.
Dick
And I
pic.
But
like
not the
blur
dick
out the
pic.
dick.
Yeah.
Kind of like your
Oh,
flashlight's
guys,
Tumblr.
if I get
Wow.
nothing else from this day, which I have
Thank
gotten
you.
Well, we're not-
plenty already.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm not
because-
leaving.
You've
I'm
already
just-
made millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But listen,
Okay.
listen
Okay.
to Lawrence's idea.
So this right here, I would call this the podcast experience, but I
Mhm.
think we can take it a bit further. And why
Okay.
not auction off a special night with Girls on Porn behind the paywall on our Patreon, real girlfriend experience? And yeah, we can fucking throw the proceeds your way. We do
Wow.
private sales every other
Wait,
Friday.
I just need to clarify. So Rachel and I are going on a date together with someone.
with one lucky person
Okay.
who will be the highest bidder, and they're going to get the Girls on Porn girlfriends plural experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as we end up going to pumps at the end of the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Can we also
Close
go
on
to
Sundays.
Bernie's? I'm
Yeah,
so hungry for
sure,
Bernie's now.
sure.
Well, you're not supposed to shit where you eat.
I
Well,
need.
that's-
Well, I just want the
so
best.
hopefully they're not
treatment.
into scat play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also has to be in the fall. when
Down.
I'm back in New
Absolutely
York.
down.
Because
Dude.
we do have to be in the same city.
We'll
There's
do
some
it.
logistics involved, but I'm down.
I'm so down.
I also am going to need like a minimum. You know what I mean? Like we're not doing this for the highest bid. If it's like
there.
$4.
What is it called? Like on eBay when it's the minimum bid. Yeah,
Yeah, we need a minimum bid.
Yeah.
Sign-
What's our
say
minimum
less.
bid, babe?
Floor price.
Yeah.
I think it's
Mhm.
1,000. I think we
Yeah.
have to do it for minimum bid.
I was
This
going to
is
say
both
like
of
a
us.
basket of mott sticks.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Oh, damn.
Highest bid is the Caesar salad that Rachel
Yeah.
gets for free.
Well, guys, thank you again for coming on to
Yeah, what a
Throwing
treat.
Chicks.
Thanks for having us.
Where can the kids follow you? What would you like to plug?
Girls on Pern without the O on TikTok and
Sounds Australian.
Instagram. Twitter,
on
it's GOP the podcast because unfortunately matching handles weren't available.
Really? GOP was taken?
Yeah.
Girls on Porn was taken.
Yeah.
I meant like
Grand
the,
old pornography.
I meant like the
Yeah.
Republican Party.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we say
GOP.
we're the only GOP that's actually any good.
The only GOP
different
that
types of
matters.
elephant trunks if you catch
The only
my drift.
GOP that fucks.
Yes. True.
The only GOP that knows how to make a girl come. Girlsonporn.com is also our website.
Yeah.
And as you alluded to earlier, thank you for the plug. Patreon.com/girlsonporn with the O.
You know what the fuck going on. Spend your money on these two beautiful
Content
geniuses.
creators.
Yeah. Help me pay off my tits.
Ooh.
There you go.
You bought them on layaway?
Help me pay off
did.
just
On Klarna?
regular credit
I
card
did.
debt. I just have regular credit card.
The American healthcare system at work, people.
I took it on
Oh
loan.
boy.
Love to
It
see
happens.
it.
Whatever.
Chef, take us out.